Once again, another perfect timing. Damn. Everything else in the stream can go wrong. As long as I get that right, everything else in the stream can just fall apart because I feel pretty good about that. How are y'all? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Things are... There we go. Let's go. Hi, Hannah. And hello, Duck. No, I didn't watch your videos yet. They've had some stuff. I will. They're unread. I've left you on unread. So that's a good thing today. Good to see you, Ukulele. So, remember how I was bragging yesterday about how I got like all that really cool things set up for my chat window here, and all the stuff was happening. You hit exclamation point, bonkers, a cool animation would play. Remember how I said that yesterday? Well, yesterday, our dear esteemed boss, Mr. Dan, decided to release the ability to do multi-chat. So I wanted that immediately. Because it is so unfair that the YouTube community people can't actually watch or see what's over here. And so I was trying to figure that out at 3 a.m. Okay, I was up and I'm like, I gotta figure this out. So I'm arguing with Gemini, and it turns out that you can't do it with Stream Elements. It is not possible, and because it's very the never the twain shall meet. You've got the Stream Elements Twitch, and you got Stream Elements YouTube, and like if you change from one to the other, your entire Stream Element changes. Like they don't play nice together. Just the way the API works. Lumia Stream, on the other hand, they have a completely different setup. So it's it basically all goes to one place, and then you can set it up. So that's why it's a different color today, and that's why it's a little jankier, because all it does is chat. I managed to get the animation to look kind of okay, not great, not red, doesn't match my theme, but you know what? It's there. It's something. Oh, there's an interesting issue. Is it gonna write out all the emotes? That's not good. We can't have that. Yep, it will. Okay, right. I'm gonna write that down. Write that down. What's up, guy? How you doing there, Conroy? I know you're not great, but good. Welcome. Hello. So you rewrote the whole thing? Yeah, I did. It had to be done. Because it's more important to me anyway that YouTube sees their chat on screen than for all my little bells and whistles to work. And so this is the minimum amount. I'm gonna write that down. It doesn't work with any of the emotes. Well, I don't like that at all. Okay, where's my pen? Emotes not working. In chat. Okay. We'll come back around to that. I'm sure it's just a setting. It's not like it's unheard of to see your emotes, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Because it was a whole thing. You have the kitty cat on your lap. Good for you. Once I started my internet stuff, my friend tried multi-streaming. Call yesterday. Didn't go anywhere. Bummer, dude. Bummer. I mean, you do need a lot. You need twice as much internet. Like, there's no way around it, man. No way around it. You are sending out twice as much stuff, unless you use Restream. The only difference is if you use Restream, then you're only sending out one and it's doing the work. So at the very least, if you do want to do multi-stream and you can only get one, which go to Restream, and apparently you can do two, like as in like YouTube and Twitch, for free. Like you don't have to sign up and pay for anything. So that might be the way to go if you just can't squeeze more juice out of it. Are Earth Ninjas honorable, or do they engage in treachery like the Romulans? They are treacherous. Earth Ninjas are treacherous. I am not. I am not treacherous. I try not to be anyway. I heard, what did I hear about? There was a scam I heard of today. It was so devious, I actually kind of, oh, that's what it was. There was a school, private school, who brought everybody in to a meeting, all the parents, all of everybody, and said, we've come up with a really cool idea. Anybody who signs their tuition, anybody who signs their, you know, like on for the next year, we're going to get a 5% discount tonight. We just want to, you know, like really get this rolling. And then a bunch of the parents were like, yay! It's and the next day after all the parents had signed on, they announced all the teachers that were not going to be there anymore, which I think is just hilarious. Just hilarious. Hello, Dr. H. I'm gonna turn down my music a bit. And all that stuff, and it's still broken. How did your thing not show up, Dr. H? I don't understand. I don't understand. It is working. Let me go to a dashboard, and I'll turn on multi-chat. Where's chat box? Add dashboard. A picture that you could never see. Crazy, man. Oh, I don't see you at all. Oh, that's wild, man. Doesn't YouTube need to be reconnected? Hold on. Let's figure that out. Yes, Ms. Duck, could I say a joke? I don't know. What's your joke? No clue. Boop. You selected. That was a problem. It weren't pluggered in. That should work now. Anybody on YouTube should be able to see the messages now. The text said swap the ports on the main router because supposedly they're different. Yeah, the first port 1 can be faster. It can be the only gigabit one. Port 1 can be the one that's prioritized. That is the thing. Check the router's website, and there's no mention of ports being different. Oh, they're all the same. Okay, there you go. So internally, there could be routing. Did that work? Natasha, did it work? No? Dang it. Let's refresh this thing here. Let's see if that helps. I'm gonna cry. You guys are gonna watch me cry on stream over spilled milk. Like this is, I'll do it. There we go. Let's see what happens. Good to see you, Natasha. What is Banana's favorite gymnastics movie? Okay, I saw that. I thought you were actually asking Hannah Banana what her favorite is. Still broken. Hello, Natasha. YouTube has been messed up for a couple days. Streamers say suddenly English text is not recognizable in chat. Has it? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, the splits. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You said movie. What you mean is move. That would make more sense. Yeah. The tech might be following a script. Yeah, that's it. Like there's some stuff could be going on inside your router internally. Reboot, like you could go back to factory settings, put in your, unless it's completely custom, but like sure you could try it. Give it the old rebooterino. Okay, I see it. I see it in this chat. How come it's not showing up in the other chat? I'm gonna figure that out. I will figure this out. It will happen. Problem is you can't fix it. You can't fix YouTube without streaming to YouTube. Like there's just no way to do it. You actually have to, whoa, oh, it worked! It worked! Let's go! Natasha's showed up. There it is. There it is right there. It's tiny, it's red, it's insignificant, but it is there. It will be fixed. I will make it all prettier. Everything will be, because you had to be. I mean, what is even the point of streaming if you can't make everything pretty? Get a call after work, so hopefully make more progress. Yeah, all right, cool. Thanks for the lurk, Ferric. Yes, very good. That's exciting. That's exciting. Actually, what's funny, I see it here. 1 million likes. Oh, thank you for saying that. I see it here before I see it on my actual chat window. That's hilarious. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. Pop. And I'm like, I don't see anything. Pop. There it is over there. That's pretty. Okay, I'm excited. I'm happy now. I really didn't want to go have to figure that out because, like I said, YouTube doesn't let you practice. You have to do it live, online, like while you're streaming, or it doesn't work. And that just sucks, But there it is. It works. Now that I know it works, I can screw with all the settings. I can mess with all the colors. I can make it look better, and I can add more functionality to it. Yeah, hello Red Team. Exactly. Welcome Red Team. So I'm gonna make the background of YouTube red so that it pops up so you can see that it's a YouTube comment. I'm gonna fix the colors so they actually match all my other stuff, like red and gold, what they're supposed to be. But other than that, I think I'm good. Hello, Rhino. Yeah, we're gonna be doing yeah, we're okay. I'll stop talking about my widget. That was what I was doing like moments before stream, like literally just like right up until the last second. See, then hoping it works. We're building laying the tracks as the train is going forward, or building the plane as it flies, or whatever the phrase is. Today, what we're gonna do, I have a video for us to watch. I think it's gonna be an interesting one because it's a TED Ed one, and it's about winning the lottery. And so what I wanted to do was kind of talk about, as content creators, one of the things that we want to do is we want to everybody wants to go viral, everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to have more people that you be able to talk to, et cetera. Because that's the mission, right? Like you're not here to talk to yourself, you're here to talk to people on stream, and that's the plan. But yeah, well, okay, so there you go. So Hannah knows. So this is actually a video on winning the lottery, right? This is a video about winning the lottery. So what would happen, the actual thing is, would winning the lottery make you happier? And what I want to do is I want to kind of watch it from the perspective of, would going viral make you happy? Would getting 1 million views make you happy, right? Actually, it's nice that Hannah's here because she can give us a little bit of insight into what it's like on the other side, because my perspective, and spoiler warning, is that it doesn't solve all your problems. It doesn't solve all your problems. Zora, is it okay? Viral is scary. I had a little bump where a community came in and helped me on YouTube, and that was really cool. I really liked having the Neurosama fandom, the swarm, come in and give me a little boost and give me a little bit of help and some subs and stuff like that. So I didn't go viral. I just tapped into a single fandom, and they were great, right? So but if I didn't get 1 million, right? I didn't get 1 million. So that's what I want to do. Before we get into Stardew and all the rest of that silly gamey stuff, I want to check out, or watch this video, and we're gonna just kind of process it from the perspective of what if we went viral, as opposed to what if we won the lottery, right? Just thinking how I will do today. It is Friday, right? For you it's Friday. For me it's not. Money doesn't buy happiness. As much as I agree with that in principle, right? Not that I believe that money is the be all end all, but I will say that a lot of problems are solved if you have a little bit more money. You know what I mean? Like let's not kid ourselves. If you have a bit more money, you can get the counseling, you can get the medical attention you need, you can eat healthier food, you can get into a safer neighborhood. Like money does help, and I'm not gonna try to be this holier than thou who's like, listen, you could live in poverty and be happy, which you can. I mean, Paul talks about how you can be content no matter what, right? You can find contentment, and that's kind of the secret to happiness, for sure. Hello, Toxic Halo Chaos Gremlin. How are you? I want to make sure that we don't become holier than thou, and we don't try to over philosophize this and go, poverty is an issue, poverty is a problem, and poverty causes people to be sick, it causes people to be unsafe, it causes all kinds of stuff, right? Like, for example, if you can't afford a dentist, and you can get sick and you'll die earlier, like that is just because you can't afford a dentist. It is it's a reality. But this isn't about wealth versus poverty, right? This is about what would happen if you just won the lottery, kablooey. That's what I want to talk about. And then we're going to look at it from the perspective of a content creator, asking the question, what would it be like if you went viral? And I believe, based on what in the summary, is that it would be very similar. And since we have Hannah here, and I don't know, Zora, did you go viral at some point? Because if you did, then maybe it'd be helpful to have you here too. Being on a stage sometimes, in my opinion. Oh, dude, at stage, I get stage right, dude. I'm always nervous before I go on stage. Not as much as I used to be. Like when I was first starting to preach. Hello, Jones. I was super nervous all the time. Very, I just get super sick. And but now, like, I'm nervous. I think a healthy level of nervous, the one that makes me want to make sure I try hard and prepare well, as opposed to just kind of wander on stage. Like, I don't have that kind of swagger. I want to make sure I know what I'm doing when I'm up there. Don't want to, though. Don't think I can handle it. Well, there you go. Perfect transition. Let's move into watching this video and kind of ask the question. I hate the purple. I just hate the color of my chat right now. It's supposed to be red. We'll fix it. We'll fix it later. I will not be releasing a video again this week because I'll be fixing my stupid stream. What are you gonna do? Oh, thank you for the super chat, Connor. Very cool of you. Very cool of you. What's funny is that I bet he's in another country, which is why it's $2.04 because it translated to Canadian. That's weird. That's weird. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to turn it up so that you guys can hear it as well. And go. Will winning the lottery make you happier? That looks like terrible resolution. What are we at here? Quality. 1080, but not enhanced. Oh, well, okay, sure.
Imagine winning a multi-million-dollar lottery tomorrow.
Okay.
Like many of us, you'd be ecstatic, unable to believe your good luck. But would that joy still be there a few years later?
So every time it does something like this, I'm going to pause for a sec so we can ask. Super Chat asked a question. You asked a question? Well, why can't I see your question? Oh, there it is. Do you delete Grindr, bro? I don't have Grindr. I am happily married and have been for 29 years. And I'm pretty sure my wife wouldn't want me to be on there. That's funny. That's funny. So here's the question. Do you think, and let's be honest, do you think your life, your content, your ministry, your self image, all the rest of that stuff would be better if you went viral? I need to figure out that super chat thing too. My answer is yes. And I know that that's the wrong answer, and that's the the unpopular answer. Is the one that I'm not supposed to say out loud. I'm supposed to go be all humble and junk. But in truth, I do believe that my ministry, my content, my Twitch channel, my YouTube channel, a lot of stuff would improve. My reputation with the people that would invite me to speak in the churches and all that. I think it would help personally. Do I think it would be stressful? Maybe, probably. But honestly, like for me anyway, my answer is yes. I think that would be great. Would the joy still be there a few years later? I don't know about a few years, but like would it still be there moments later after you've gone viral? And so that's where we could talk to Hannah, because she tried to catch the wave as best as anybody could, right? She went viral. She's putting in all the work, and she's changing stuff and adding and putting in good shorts and doing what she could to make sure that she catches that wave. And so months later, like how much of that energy stayed, right? But yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I poop my pants at a concert and then I go viral, yes, that would be bad. But like it's I'm thinking like for like something good. Yeah, but that's a very good point. Jones makes a good point. I will back that off, because I want to go viral for a good thing, not a bad thing. Okay. All right. For me, it because I have a whole other career, it would create a ton of conflict with work and family life. Oh yeah, you think so? First year back, I had 200 CCV. Okay. Now I have roughly about 10. Okay, there you go. So you went there. Like I said, I think you did as best you possibly could. But it went back down. And that's exactly what'll happen. Like the people who go viral and the people who if that's not your content, whether it be for whatever, then it's going to end up, they'll be like, oh, this isn't what I came for, kind of thing. But there are some who would stay just by virtue of getting attention. Got the movement specialist for next month. Nice. I have to go to an apartment in an hour, so I won't spam your game. Aw, that's too bad. However, it made the rounds a couple times. Oh, interesting. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. Actually, It comes in phases? I find that very interesting. I'm kind of surprised, but I figured it would go and die. But you make a good point, because the way the algorithm works is, okay, this is something that was popular. Let's put it out there again and see if it catches any more attention. And then it does. And then you see a spike. Oh, that's super interesting. So again, I will say yes. I know a lot of people are supposed to say no, but I will say yes. Appreciate it, Conroy. I hope you have a good one. I hope your trip goes well. And thanks for dropping in, dude. Let's keep going. On here.
Maybe not. A famous study of 22 lottery winners showed that months after winning, their average reported levels of happiness had increased no more than that of control group who hadn't won the lottery. Some were actually unhappier than they had been before winning. And later studies have confirmed that our emotional well-being, how often and how intensely we feel things like joy, sorrow, anxiety, or anger, don't seem to improve with wealth or status beyond a certain point.
So I think that's one of the key things to remember. And that is, if you're trying to fix your emotional issues through popularity, if you're trying to fix your self-esteem, or you think you're going to make more friends, or like actual like life stuff, things, how you see yourself, how other people see you, all your, financial issues, or if I just had a whole bunch of money, I'd be better with my budget kind of thing. That's not how it works, right? The Jesus says something, those who are can be trusted with a little will be trusted with a lot. But if you can't budget the little bit you have, then getting more, a pile more, isn't going to be, you're going to magically all of a sudden have self-control. That's not how that's going to work. So if you're trying to fix your like internal issues through popularity or I don't think it's going to work. I really don't. But from a purely like marketing business standpoint, I think it has value. Popularity is scary. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I imagine when you suddenly have more money, yes, you fix broken unpaid things, but beyond that, you have a lot of decisions to make and more people expecting things from you. I think there's an old phrase, no matter where you go, there you are. And it's meant to say that your issues that are real issues, you carry with you, and they're inside of you no matter what. If you change your location, you're still you. You change your marriage, your friends, change your job, like if your issue is you're lazy, or you're a jerk, or you have low self-esteem, or you are, you have whatever bad boundaries and stuff, like you're still gonna have that even if you change. That requires self-reflection, it requires help, it requires accountability, it requires counseling to change some stuff. And while counseling is helpful and also expensive, the idea that all of a sudden having everything you ever wanted financially, or everything you've ever wanted attention wise, is going to like make you a better person, it won't. Like I think we can easily say it won't. Having people who know who you are and you don't know them, that's scary for you? Oh, that's interesting. I because I have no memory of anything ever. I remember like 4 things at a time. I don't remember anybody who so that's me with everybody. Ukulele says, I imagine when you suddenly have more money. Oh, you already said that. Okay, we'll keep going here.
This has to do with a phenomenon known as hedonic adaptation, or the hedonic treadmill. It describes our tendency to adapt to new situations to maintain a stable emotional equilibrium. When it comes to feeling happy, most of us seem to have a base level that stays more or less constant throughout our existence. Of course, the novelty of better food, superior vacations, and more beautiful homes can at first make you feel like you're walking on air. But as you get used to those things, you revert to your default emotional state. That might sound pretty gloomy, but hedonic adaptation makes us less emotionally sensitive to any kind of change, including negative ones.
It's all broken, Hannah.
The study with the lottery winners also looked at people who had suffered an accident that left them paralyzed. When asked several months after their accidents how happy they were, they reported levels of happiness approaching their original baseline. So while the hedonic treadmill...
So, I mean, that's exactly what we were talking about when it came to contentment, right? Paul in the scripture talking about, you know, like if I've had a lot and I've had a little bit. Hello, Ransom. I've had a lot. I've had a little bit. I've been had comfort. I've had discomfort. Been in jail. Been in, rich people's houses, kind of thing. Like I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert, bare man. And he is like, the secret is to be content no matter where you are. And the contentment comes through understanding where you're positioned under God, right? Like I am saved, I am loved, I am cared for, I am someone, knows where I am and wants the best for me. That's, faith. But that is not dependent on the outside. Everything you're talking about here is outside stuff. Like it's if you get the lottery or you get viral or whatever like that is external things that happen to you, and however you react is going to be stuff that comes from the inside. And he just said, talked about how a tragedy, like say a bad thing happens, you get canceled, or you are, like something physiologically goes wrong. If you are the kind of person who can find contentment, who processes emotion well, who has a good social like group, if you have a life that is fairly good beforehand, then even with the tragedy, as you continue on, right? As you continue on, all that stuff's going to pull you up, right? All that stuff's going to pull you up. You'll be. Do you know Teacher Grant? No, I don't. Not at all. Delmart. So I think that's really interesting, especially from a content creator perspective. Can you get over being canceled? Only if you have the intestinal fortitude. You know what I mean? Hey, DSW. Only if you have the intestinal fortitude beforehand. And that's really where this comes down to. And I think I'd like a spoiler warning for the rest of the video, but like if you are already struggling, right? If you're already struggling, then whatever that thing isn't going to fix you. Like mental health struggles or like discontentment or relationship, all that, like that kind of stuff. That external stuff isn't going to fix you. It'll exacerbate it, or it'll give you an opportunity maybe to change some stuff, but that's all going to come from inside. Ulay says, oh, wow. So it sounds like people have a set point, and no matter what happens, you'll return to your set point. So how do we reset someone's set point? Asking for a friend. Yeah. I would say that you can change your base. So the baseline is, where you kind of live, generally day to day kind of thing, right? And so I think you could raise your baseline through healthy means. Like, for example, if you are, you have relationship problems, learning forgiveness, learning how to grant forgiveness, learning grace, seeking reconciliation, that's going to help, right? If you have physiological issues, exercise. If you have like self-doubt, self-esteem issues and whatnot, you can work on that through counseling. You can work on that through reassessment, like body positivity or trying to figure out, who you are in relationship to others. You can learn how to not compare yourself. You can, I believe that becoming a Christian or faith or understanding where you are with God and his love for you and his acceptance of you and the joy he finds in you and you having a hope and a future and things working out no matter what happens, God has got it kind of thing. I think that increases your baseline. Because if you are ultimately, like, if you are lonely and you are hopeless and your relationships are a mess and you feel like you're a bad or gross or like useless person, that your baseline is going to be low. And no matter what happens to you, that all comes with you. And if you did get money and you did get power, you could maybe like flip flop and turn that into something even worse. Like, you think you held me down before, I'll use my money to get revenge. You're not going to be happier. You're just going to be flipping it for rage, flipping it for like a different kind of discontentment, and it won't work anyway. It won't make you feel better. That's why I do, but I believe that through personal growth, through spiritual growth, through emotional growth, through physical health, like if you can increase the health of those four things, heart, soul, mind, strength, then your baseline will go up. You know what I mean? Your baseline will go up. But if you are, and again, emotional, you have emotional issues, heart, and you're not doing counseling, and nobody hugs you, and you don't get a chance to talk to people, and you're distant from your family and all that stuff, you're gonna have emotional issues. How do you fix that? Well, sometimes it takes risk. Go out and talk to a friend. Go out and chat with your neighbor, you spend time at a group, whatever. Like figure out your emotional issues with counseling and taking a risk. And the same thing with heart, soul, spiritual stuff. If you feel guilty and you feel shameful and you feel afraid and you feel hopeless, you don't know what the future holds, and you don't know ultimately what your purpose is, and you don't know why why do you exist and what is happening and what is the point of everything. Seeing it through the perspective of this is, God tells you this is all the answers to all those questions. Here you go. This is what life's about. This is what your purpose is, and this is what the gift gives you, and this is what I see in you, and this is your where you're meant to exist and what you're meant to do with your life. That increases your happiness. That increases your baseline, because now you're no longer hopeless. You're hopeful. I think I just heard my phone. Sorry about that. Heart, soul, mind, right? Mental. If you are ignorant, if you are someone who isn't reading, who isn't looking into things, who just kind of believing whatever everybody says, if you have, you're not either intellectually stimulated, if you are not someone who spends time challenging themselves, whether it be anything from puzzles to reading to conversation to things that are gonna stimulate you intellectually, or for that matter, if you don't understand, you know what I mean? Hello, Sarah. If you just don't understand the world, you don't understand things, you don't know why anything's happening, you're kind of walking around in this like what is even anything, right? I don't get it. I don't understand politics, and I don't understand the news, and I don't understand global stuff, and I don't understand the war, and I don't understand my neighborhood, and I don't understand psychology, and I don't understand the myself. I don't know how to get better. I don't know how diet works. I don't know how exercise works. I don't know how I don't get it. I don't understand how the world works, right? You're going to live in a sense of anxiety, and as you study, as you seek to get knowledge, right, intellectual knowledge, I believe your baseline of happiness will go up because you'll have a handle on the world. Now, there actually is a study done, and many that have proven that the more you know about the world, the less happy you are. But I do believe that that's more of a sine wave, like sort of a the what a sigmoid curve or whatever the thing is, the bell curve, where it's like if you're really dumb, you're going to be miserable. And if you're really smart, you're going to be miserable. So somewhere in the middle is better. That's my opinion anyway. Yeah, the hugs thing. Yeah, I get it. All right. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye, Duck. And yeah, good for, being able to visit your friends. Exactly. That's the thing. You're not trying to, like, the money isn't the issue. The relationship, the hugs and the distance is the issue, right? It's not about the money being money so that you can have a bigger number in your bank account. It's, I want to, love and be loved. That is that's solvable. Heart, soul, mind, strength, physiologically. If you are physically sick, this is a great example. Like in Canada, vitamin D, that you'd be amazed at how much vitamin D affects your body, or not having it, right? Not having it. There are people who have just decided, like the doctor's like, go take vitamin D. What's wrong with you? You live in Canada. It's always dark. And even when you're outside in the winter, you're covered in parkas, right? You got to take vitamin D. And believe it or not, they take vitamin D and all of a sudden, everything improves. Their mood improves, their perspective improves, their relationships, their body, their everything. It just gets better. Like it's amazing. And that is physiological. Same thing with, like, if you have low iron, you're just tired all the time. You have, low hemoglobin. If you don't, you can't go out with your friends because your friends go on walks and you're too fat to go on a walk with them. You're going to feel crappy because, like, I can't actually go with them. They do things like stairs and I can't do that. Right. And so if you were healthier physically, it would actually make you feel better emotionally. That kind of, like, if you can get your heart, soul, mind, strength, right, together, I believe your baseline will go up. I think that's just the truth. Sarah said, that would make sense. I mean, when you think about it, only Jesus is capable of knowing everything about the world. Us humans weren't meant to. Well, yeah, yeah. It's the problem is when you're dumb, when you're uneducated, when you're choosing not to be educated, like literally, dumb to me isn't that you are, like intellectually or like you're mentally handicapped or whatever, learning disability. It is someone who's not trying, who's just like turned off, Like, this is life now forever. I settled all my opinions at age 13. I took them all from my parents and my uncle, and that's what I've decided to believe for the rest of my life. I don't care what you say. That's literally being a bigot. That's dumb. The people who are like that, they are, their world is very black and white, very understandable to them. Even if they're wrong, it's understandable because they're like, well, I don't like this color, and I don't like this nation, and I don't like this political group, and I don't like that's all their fault, right? And that's the problem. Are they miserable? Maybe, but at least they can get a handle on the world. The smarter you get, right, as you study, you get to a place that they talk about cage stage Calvinists, because they get to a place where they feel like they know it all. They've learned stuff that they didn't know before. They've got a handle on relationships or with God and how it all works in the Bible and the universe, and just everything makes sense now. And they just want to tell everybody and show how right they are. That's a cage stage. But that happens with all sort of intellectual pursuits, where all of a sudden you feel like you got a handle on the world. You finally figured it all out, and you become arrogant. The thing is as you continue to learn, right? As you continue to learn, all of a sudden more and more doubt starts seeping in, because you're able to see things from a bigger perspective. That's where you're talking to somebody really smart when you say, what's your opinion of? And they're like, well, okay, so there's like 8 ways to see that. And I kind of hold 3 of them at the same time, because that's someone who has thought about this stuff. They looked into it, because it's not as simple as you think. If you talk to somebody who is like a ding dong, like a dumb ding dong, they are going to be they're going to be very confident, right? They're going to be very confident in their incorrectness. And you're like, okay, this is the opinion. This is what's wrong. It's this people, or this news group, or this situation, or that person, or that president, or that prime minister. That's the problem, period. You're like, that is someone you don't need to be taking opinions from, because that person hasn't given it any thought and isn't studying. I live in Arizona, and even I take vitamin D. Yeah, there you go, right? No lack of sun there. Now I'm thinking of Jafar when he became a genie in Aladdin, ultimate cosmic power, and then get trapped in a genie bottle. Yeah, there's something to be said about the balance, right? The balance of power, like having in major cosmic power, or a ton of stuff, but then being stuck with the inability to use it. Yeah, I think that's probably where the frustration comes with the super smart people, right? Like, I see things, I see how I could maybe change things. I think I see solutions to stuff, but I have no power. Nobody listened to me. That's kind of where misery gets you. Or where the misery comes from, I would imagine. It's frustrating when you just kind of look around and you see the problems and you see the issues, you see the situations with ding dongs that are like if you just did this, man, like just do that. Why aren't you doing that? Anyway. So the point is, the question was, ages ago was, that baseline. That when you win the lottery and you go viral and everything's great, you'll return to your baseline of happiness. And if you have a tragedy, like you get into a car crash, you lose the ability to walk or something like that, and you're miserable, after a time, you will come back to your baseline. So the question was, can you increase your baseline so that you feel better all the time? Yes. And I believe it is through challenging and helping and improving your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Right? Your emotions, your spiritual life, your physical life, and your intellectual life. You will feel better. Yes, or your husband has for divorce Saturday before thing. Exactly, right? When crap goes down. But that's the thing. You'll feel crappy, like you'll feel bad, but based on what you've already set up in your life, you will return to your baseline at some point. You'll learn how to cope, and you'll learn how to deal. You'll figure some stuff out, or you'll just plain old ignore it or something, and you'll come back, right? You'll come back to whatever that baseline is. I just think that now, before the bad thing happens, now before the viral thing happens, now when life is sort of controllable, not that everybody's under control, but while you still have it, this is the time where you can be increasing your baseline of happiness. This is where you really fix yourself, because when you are introduced to the big bad, or you're introduced to the big good, you'll process it better. It won't destroy you as much, right? You'll see it with a better perspective. There are a lot of people out there who can be handed $1 zillion, and it won't ruin them. right? A lot of people out there who could face miserable, horrible stuff, and they can still smile, right? And it's because they figured out the secret to happiness, right? The secret to that baseline. And a lot of it has to do with the humility of accepting that you're not where you need to be, and that you need other people's input to be able to get to the next stage, right? If you think that you're going to be able to get there all by yourself, that's going to hold you back, right? You do need the counselor, you do need the pastor, you do need the friend, you do need the accountability partner, you do need the nutritionist, you do need the somebody to show you how to use the workout equipment. You do need a posse, you do need a friend group, you do need other content creators around you, you do need encouragement. Like, you need other people. And the more that you choose to ignore the fact that the solution to your issue is going to be found in another person, the more miserable you'll be, because no matter what you do, you're going to be trying stuff and it's not going to be working. Or it'll work for a bit and then it'll fall apart. And the reason is because God didn't design you to do it by yourself. God designed you to do it in partnership with others, right? That's critical. It's hypercritical to understand your baseline can't change with you alone. Except, the caveat to that, I would say, except like the spiritual stuff, right? Like, obviously you need to know the gospel well and all that. So even then, no, I've changed my mind. Like, someone needs to present the gospel to you. Someone needs to explain God to you. Someone needs to explain the purpose of life, all the rest of that stuff, and kind of give you an understanding of scripture and the world and future and history and stuff. It's, you still need other people. You can't do it alone. Don't even try. Caveat. Here's the caveat. After you've talked to other people, after you've worked with the other folks, after you've gone through all that assessment and they've told you, what to do with yourself or whatever, it does come back to you. Ultimately, it is your decision. You will end up being like, you're going to go to the nutritionist, right? And they'll say, you need to eat more vegetables because otherwise you'll die, dummy. And it's up to you now to go, okay, I will go and, buy more vegetables. Well, I don't have the self-control to do that. Okay, I'm going to go find accountability. Right now, I'm going to go hold me accountable. So I go buy vegetables. Can you ask me, like, if I bought vegetables? It's up to you to tell that person the truth. It's up to you to check in with your accountability partner, to be vulnerable with them. It still comes back to you in a very real sense. You can't do it alone, but real, true change can't be imposed upon you. People have tried that for a bagillion years, where they've tried to impose change on people, and they can force them to through military, they can force them to through manipulation, they can force them through like cultic, whatever. But when they're released or whatever, they will snap back to who they were. It's just you can't make people change by force. They have to want to. They will hold it together because they don't want to get beaten on. But I guess 1984 or whatever, right, where you got this person who the entire world is against them. The entire world wants to force them to think a certain way and act a certain way and walk a certain way and be a certain way. And they will be conformist in front of the cameras. But when it comes to who they really are outside the cameras, they will be a different person. That's going to be you, right? On the outside, to other people, you kind of got it put together. But on the inside, you're falling apart because you haven't truly engendered that change. It hasn't become real to you. It will come back to you, your decision, but I still believe that you can't do it alone. Does that make sense? I hope that does.
May inhibit our enjoyment of positive.
Let me back up a little bit.
It seems they reported levels of happiness several months after their accidents, how happy they were. They reported levels of happiness approaching their original baseline.
Hello, Gabby.
So while the hedonic treadmill may inhibit our enjoyment of positive changes, it seems to also enable our resilience in recovering from adversity. There are other reasons that winning the lottery may not make us happier in the long run. It can be difficult to manage large sums of money, and some...
So that actually, again, we're not talking about winning the lottery. We're talking about going viral. That's what we're doing. So what we just heard was one of the struggles, and Hannah, help me out here. One of the struggles is all of a sudden you have all these eyeballs on you. All of a sudden you've got all these new numbers. All of a sudden, kind of everything is all just goes poop, and you got a big spike. It can be overwhelming. And I think Zora was saying something similar in that, like, what if that happens, it's hard to manage those people. How do you keep them around? How do you, do you double down and work super hard now? Do you, did you earn that? Is it something that, you can just coast on? Is it, how does it change how I function? Should I ask them for support? Like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Like, all of a sudden I have what I wanted. Eyeballs on me. Now what? Right? I think you can prepare yourself some, right? You can prepare yourself and kind of go, well, if that were to happen, then, I would make sure that I'd stay true to myself and I'd whatever. But, but I also think that you would get overwhelmed. I don't think you could, it would be impossible not to. Like, I have my viewers turned off, even though I get very low view count, because it stresses me out either side. If it's too low, whatever that number is too low, then I'm like, I suck and I'm the worst person in the history of the world. And if it's too high, then I'm like, but what if I suck and I'm the worst person in the world? They're not going to come back. Like, it just, there's no good number. I don't know what number my brain wants, but there's no good number. So it's like, if that number were to jump to 85 times the size, it wouldn't make me any less any less nervous. It would just compound it. I'd rather win the lottery and all the bad things that entails than go viral. See, I'm exactly the opposite. Money has never been a driver for me. I've always had enough, 20 zillion years of ministry now. I've never missed a bill. I've had some really wonky jobs. I've been in between jobs. I've been off, work for months and months at a time. And God has always taken care of me, always paid my bills. So money, I don't know what he's going to do about the next thing. The next couple months are a challenge, but I know something's going to happen. He always has been faithful. But when it comes to the attention part, right? Am I successful? I've got such a crippling case of imposter syndrome right now that part of me really does think that if I were to go viral, if my numbers were to spike, if I were to be able to say, I now have X amount of, 3 digits worth of people watching, then I would feel better about myself. I'd feel more confident in what I'm doing. I'd feel worthy. Like, it's weird, man. Like, this video that they're making about me, the biography video they're making about me at the Christian radio station in town, like, they're putting so much effort into it, right? They're doing animation. Like, they said, like, I was doing a scene where you go to sleep. I grumpily kind of sit down, throw some pills in my mouth, take a drink, fall down, being like miserable night. And then I fall asleep, and it's like, okay, now that you've fallen asleep, or right before you fall asleep, this is funny. Right before you fall asleep, you're going to look at the roof and it's going to say game over. And I'm like, oh, cool. Bummer. And then you're going to pass out and go to sleep. And it will be, we're going to do an animation of an old school, like, Zelda game where it, like, top down, and it's going to be like you. And I'm like, you're putting a lot of effort into this, man. And I look at, whether it be my view count, or I look at my YouTube channel, or I look at all the uncertainty I have right now when it comes to my content and what I'm doing and what my username should be. Like, I'm just completely a mess right now. And I'm like, I'm not worthy of that level of attention. What, like, that's for people who know what they're doing. And it's such a, I can kind of get the idea that if I, had a bunch of numbers happen, getting stressed out and stuff, but I still in my heart, maybe it's bad, but I still feel like if I had bigger number, I would be happier, or if I had bigger number, then I would feel like I'm worthy of other people, of being able to say something to other people or whatever. Like, it's just where I'm at, right? Money never been a driver for me either, but the attention woke me so much. At least doing lottery, I could give lots of it away. Bother me. Okay, yeah, I'm like, would butt you? What would bother you? Okay, see, that's where we're different. Like, God has handed me the microphone for 30 years. Like I have pushed away the microphone many times, asked to be in the sound booth, asked to be behind the computer, asked to be an associate pastor, asked, like, can I please just be a worship pastor? Can I do something that isn't me on stage or me leading anything, please? And God's like, no, I need you to be somewhere where you need me every step of the way. Here's the microphone. here's the chair, sit in it. And it is, I'm always out of my element, and I always feel like I don't know what I'm doing. That's just how God has always done it. I really wish I could sink into the background. But because he has kept putting the microphone in my hands, I've gotten somewhat used to it, right? Like when I was asked to speak at Reach, right? That's a big deal. Like I'm standing in front of my peers, people I respect, people that have 10 times more popularity than me, 10 times more talent than me, and I'm standing there talking to them, right? I'm giving my perspective, and it is like, bleh, you know, like, who am I to be doing this? And then they're, you know, they come up to me and they're like, that was really good, that was really helpful. I'm like, all right, good, you know, but like, I'm gonna go slither and you guys saw, actually, anybody who's at Reach, you saw, I actually got the team, like the taco team, was concerned about me, like legitimately concerned about me, because they were looking at me and I looked miserable, right? I looked miserable. And so they went to Snack Girl and were like, is he miserable? And I wasn't. It's just, I had so much going on, and this is like, my daughter was like, no, he's having fun. That's what he looks like when he's having fun. But I was kind of stressed out about the whole, everything, all of it. I hope God didn't do that with me and make me go viral. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I get it. Hannah said, virality for me came at both the best and worst time. Best because I desperately needed the money. I don't know what we were going to do. Worst because I was in an unhealthy marriage and was so depressed that I didn't want to do anything because I knew that my marriage was on the rocks and my husband just didn't care about me, right? And yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah. It's, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if there is a good time. Like, when are you ready for a massive influx like that? There's always something going wrong, and there's always something that you need. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's not bad, and you're not right. I'm just saying, like, there's always something. And so when is the perfect time? And the thing is, you can't pick a perfect time to go viral. It's like, if you could figure out how to go viral and you were able to tell like companies, you'd be a bazillionaire, because all of them want to figure out how to go viral. They all want to do social media marketing. They're all trying to be popular, and nobody can figure it out. And then some Yahoo in the middle of nowhere, you know, throws spaghetti onto a pile of snow and gets 14 billion views. And all the people at Coke are like, what are you people? What's wrong with you people? You know, we paid $800,000 for our last short, and you didn't watch it. Like, I don't think it's ever going to be something you can plan to go viral. And I don't think you'll ever be, you know, ready either way. Mr. Beast seems to, well, he has momentum. You know what I mean? Like, so Mr. Beast's story is it's hyper mechanical, right? So if you watch what he did, like for the first 10 years of his YouTube career, he threw everything at the wall, and he tried everything. He put his health on the line. You know what I mean? Like he did everything he could, and he charted and he thought through. He also had a group of content creators that all of their thought power, everything in them was, how do we grow on YouTube? Let's like dig into this micro. Let's figure out exactly how it's supposed to go. What exactly our thumbnail, what exactly the length is. Like we're going to science the snot out of this. And then as he got better at that, and as he got teams under him and stuff like that, he's continued to do that. Like really science out what will get attention, what will get people to click, what will make the algorithm happy, things like that. It's like he has worked very hard to get there, right? To be able to get there. But now that he has the momentum, no matter what he does, it looks like it goes viral. But if you ask him lately, I think it was last year, where he was like, actually, all of our numbers are down because XYZ. And so we're having to figure all this stuff out. And then that's where you kind of saw a change. He instituted like multilingual stuff before YouTube ever had it. He instituted like a Spanish translation of all of his stuff, and like it's like we got to do something so that we can get a bigger, broader audience. And yeah, he's working hard at it, but at the same time, it was everything for him. That was life, and for many of us, we have life beyond YouTube. Good for him. I do not like his content. I have never liked Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. I'm going to call him that from now on. Mr. Beast. I've never liked his content. It's always been manipulative, and it makes me feel yucky when I watch it. And, well, he's doing good stuff. It still feels really yucky. You know, it just feels like he's exploiting people who have needs so he can get views. You know, like it scripture is super clear about, you know, doing good deeds in secret and whatnot. Not that you always have to do everything in secret, but like it always feels so exploitative, so gross. I've never liked this stuff. My son loves it. He watches everything. Like, I'll sit down and try to watch 10 minutes of the Beast games, and I feel like I need a shower. By the way, I wasn't being snarky with the exercise comment. No, I didn't think you were. Looking up the mental benefits of exercise shows that there are incredible reasons to move your body. 1,000%. I know, I never thought you were. You're absolutely right. Exercise is a big part of it. You're right. That's the body part. Yeah. Rhino says, also doesn't seem like he's never enough for him either. Felt more and more yucky the longer he's been a YouTuber. Yeah. I think so too. Like, anyway, this is not a Mr. Beast video. If anybody's won the lottery, like he made the lottery. He's like one of those people that you see in the movies or you see in the news or whatever. They go out and they buy 800 million like lottery tickets or whatever, and then they play every number, and then they get money back more than they spent on all the tickets, right? Like they're gaming the system. He gamed the system so that he'd be able to win the lottery. And you know, that's a way to do it for sure. It takes a lot of work, takes a lot of brains, takes a lot of tenacity, takes a lot of humility. As saying that you're wrong about this, you're wrong about that. That's not an instinct you have, but that's what the numbers say. I guess we'll do that. It takes a lot. Like mad respect for him to have that kind of work ethic and be that consistent and be that willing to adapt. Good for him. I just don't like the baseline.
Lottery winners wind up spending or losing it all quickly. It can also be socially isolating.
So the grabbing and losing, right? That actually is an interesting phenomenon. There's a correlation between success and suicide, between success or winning the lottery and your family falling apart. Like, there are people who their entire life is like, I need to go to the Super Bowl. Once I get to the Super Bowl, I'll be, you know, that'll be it. And then they'll go to the Super Bowl and they'll win the Super Bowl. And they're like, who am I now? What am I? Do I just go win another one? I guess we'll just win another one. That'll be my new thing. And then they win another one. They're like, well, who am I now? Like, what is life? And then, you know, some of them fall apart, you know, alcoholism, suicide, because they got what they wanted. And they were so shallow, like, as in like emotionally shallow, spiritually shallow, relationally shallow, like globally understanding of their purpose, kind of shallow, that when they achieved this ring, this marker, not that it's easy to get, I'm not saying that, but like when they got the thing, that's all they had. Now they're 20x years old and they've got the thing and they don't know what the rest of their life is for. The ones who are able to shine are the ones who have life and have experiences and have families and have like communities outside of the stadium. The ones who everything is about football, they end up falling apart. Same thing with the money thing, relationships and stuff like that. It can completely ruin you at times. I would think it's going viral if all of your dirty laundry is going to be aired, then you're going to be in real trouble. Like if you go viral and say it's for any period of time, and they go looking through all your history of tweets and looking through all your history of all your pictures and looking into where you live and looking into your resume and into your LinkedIn, and like they're just looking for dirt. You know, they're going to find something they can manipulate and something they can release that's going to make you miserable. Did you get any of that, actually, Hannah? Did anybody push back? I mean, you went viral because you were obvious, you know, like, I'm going through a bad time and here's where I am. So it would be like an absolute jerk who would try to make it worse. But they're out there. The internet does have those. Did you get any pushback like that? Anybody try to cancel you or look for your history? It would be really easy for them to do me. You know what I mean? Like I've got so many things that I've said that are today controversial. You know what I mean? Like just my stance on God, my stance on anything scriptural, I suppose. You know, like anytime I take a stand, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna have a problem with it. Not from that specifically. Okay, all right.
Some winners experience a deluge of unwelcome requests for money, so they wind up cutting themselves off from others.
That's so gross, eh? I can't imagine calling up somebody who I haven't talked to in a long time who has $1 million so I can ask them for money. That's speaking of gross, that would make me feel so gross. Isn't that gross? But I guess there's people out there that would like, hey, I'm your uncle. Give me money. Like,
And wealth may actually make...
Actually, you know what? That's, I keep trying to pull this back to going viral, but like, I would think that you give him $1. Here you go, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, I would think that going viral and getting all that attention on you internet-wise, you're going to have a lot of asking for collabs. Did you get that, Hannah? That's a good question. Did you have a lot of people trying to glom onto your new celebrity in a way to, yeah, you know, in a way to try to collab with you or something, like trying to do what they're doing here with the money? Pardon me. Billionaires' greed will be the death of us. It's sad that we have to pray for money. Oh yeah. Yep. Which, that's probably people who are pretty miserable, right? Pretty miserable, and they're out there too. But I would think that if you went viral, or if you had, you know, a bunch of attention and you're able to keep it a little bit, you'd have some people that would, you know, be wanting to grab onto you and ask for collabs. I work really hard to not do that. Like I try to keep. I don't even want to raid people that are above 50. And I know that I've been scolded about that too. Like, it's fine and you're fine and we know who you are and blah, you know, but I don't want to be that guy who feels disingenuous when I go to someone's stream, you know, that I'm trying to gain attention off their back or something like that. And so I always try to raid equal or down, because I think it's more fun that way. But at the same time, I just don't want to be that guy.
Others. And wealth may actually make us meaner. In one study, participants played a rigged game of Monopoly where the experimenters made some players rich quickly. The wealthy players started patronizing the poorer players and hogging the snacks they were meant to share.
I mean, Monopoly has broken a lot of families. Let's be real. Monopoly and Sorry. What's the other one? There's another game that just Mario Kart. Just games that will really test your familial integrity. You know, that's so funny to me. They rig the system so these guys are starting to win. Their response is to hog the snacks. I don't know why that's so funny. That's so stupid. So stupid. I had someone DM me for money the other day out of the blue, barely even know the guy from high school. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Wild. Yeah. So I know where I'm, like, I live on donations, right? Like, my whole thing is donations. I don't make money. I don't have a job outside this. I don't go anywhere. I don't have investments. I don't have retirement. I don't have, you know, a secret pile of money somewhere. I live on donations. So asking for money is a thing I do. And it took me a long time. I had to read a whole book about it just to be okay with, you know, asking and not being like, God, can you go do that magically so I never have to tell anybody? But yeah, that's different to me anyway. That's different. Let me kind of going, do you appreciate the ministry I'm doing, the content that I'm bringing you, the thing I'm trying to do here? If you do, help me out with donations. Exclamation point donate if you want to. But like, that's different than, hi, I'm a guy you knew from high school. Can I have money? Like that is weird. That is weird. This is so stupid. You hog the snacks. What a tool. I don't know. I want to punch that guy. What the heck? You're winning. Give the snacks to the people who aren't winning.
And hogging the snacks they were meant to share. But just because a huge influx of cash isn't guaranteed to bring joy into your life, doesn't mean that money can never make us happier.
Aha!
Findings show that we adapt to extrinsic and material things, like a new car or a bigger house, much faster than we do to novel experiences, like visiting a new place or learning a new skill.
So they talk about this with budgeting, where one of the issues, this is I think it's Dave Ramsey, where like if you're making $25,000 a year and you're getting by, and you get a raise, you know, you get say $10,000 raise, now you make $35,000 a year. The smart thing to do, or the because you're able to get by here, would be to take the 10,000, invest it, put it into retirement. You know, like do your you can get by. You're doing it. But everybody goes, oh, cool. Now I can get a little bit nicer car and a little bit nicer house and a little bit nicer place to live, a little bit nicer food. And now your budget matches 35,000, and you're getting by. And you're like, okay, well, how much do you need? And all of a sudden you're making $100,000. You'd think that if I can get by at 35K, then I would have, you know, $65,000 bonus money that I can put in retirement, you know, for forever. That's not how people operate. They just acclimate and never get further ahead. Their budget just increases for what they have. Now, for some reason, they need 2 cars. Now, for some reason, they need a bigger house. Now, for some reason, they need a vacation. And now, for some reason, they, you know, like just in their mind. And then all of a sudden, they are in the same level of debt and they're in the same level of pressure and they're still getting by. It's just how humans work. So I would think that getting a giant influx of cash, you would get used to it after a little while.
Bigger house much faster than we do to novel experiences, like visiting a new place or learning a new skill. So by that reasoning, the more you spend money on experiences rather than things, the happier you'd be.
So this is actually something they talk about when it comes to gift giving all the time. And that is, if you're going to buy a gift for somebody these days, don't get them stuff, right? Nobody needs more stuff. I mean, unless they need stuff, in which case get them stuff. But like most people don't need new things. What you're supposed to, you know, it's like get them experiences, get them something they can, you know, a memory, get them something that will, even though it'll disappear, like they'll go to it and then come back, or like it'll be a special dinner or a you know, a boat ride or whatever. They're going to come back. That actually will make them happier and they'll do better and they'll enjoy it more than if you give them something that will end up on a shelf or will eventually go away or they won't know what to do with, or, you know, the experience thing is supposed to be way better of a gift.
And there's another way to turn your money into happiness. Spend it on other people.
Dang.
In one study, participants were given some money.
I had someone, oh no, you already said that. I already said that. Let's, yeah, giving away money. Who could have thunk?
In one study, participants were given some money and were either asked to spend it on themselves or on someone else. Later that evening, researchers called...
Look how sad they are. Everyone over, oh, I guess except this guy. He gave it to somebody who like spent it on drugs. But these guys are all miserable except that guy. He bought himself something nice. He really, and he liked what he wanted, what he got. So 75% of the people who get, you know, I'm so excited for the gift my sister gave me for my birthday. We're good. Toby Mac. I saw Toby Mac. That is a concert that I've attended. Holy crap, that was loud. That was the loudest thing I've ever been to in my entire life. It was in a church. Like, it wasn't in like a massive concert hall. It was in a really big church. And he had that thing turned up to 11. It was so loud. Anyway, so what happens if you give your money away? Are you happier?
Researchers called up these participants and asked them how happy they were. The happiness levels of those who had spent the money on others were significantly greater than that of those who had spent it on themselves.
That sounds about right. I mean, that makes sense, right? That I gave her. I asked her if she wanted boat tickets. She said, I'd just go with you anyway. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I think I passed a lot of opportunities. He's helping me back. He gets around, I guess. Yeah, he was up here. That was ages ago. But this makes sense, right? And I would say, like, let's convert it into content creation again and go, the people who used their new virality to elevate others, as in elevate like other content creators or elevate things that they believe in, or you know, like to draw people in so that they can serve them, or to gather people that they couldn't gather before so that they can, you know, support folks. the people who did that with their virality are probably a lot happier than the ones who went yay and just kept doing what they were doing and being, you know, thankful for the influx. I would imagine it makes infinite sense to me that if you're serving others and you use the resources that you have, that other people have, like for other people to get better, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. Whereas it's not wrong to spend some of it on yourself. Like it's not saying don't ever spend anything on yourself. What it's saying is that, like, if you want peace, you want contentment, you want happiness, you want to, you know, feel better in the long run, you know, your relationship with others is going to be the thing that makes the difference. And so if you crack down and you pull inward, you're going to be sad. And if you are, you know, you're willing to share and you're willing to show love and you're willing to you know, encourage others and help them, you're going to feel a lot better. It just makes sense. You did too? Oh, wow. That's cool.
And that seems to be true around the world. Another study examined the generosity of over 200,000 people from 136 countries. In over 90% of these countries, people who donated tended to be happier than those who didn't.
Yes. Selfish people are miserable. Period. End of story. And people who when it comes to like your content, people who only make content for themselves, with themselves, by themselves, about themselves, just sitting there like, why can't they go viral, and why can't I, you know, what am I supposed to do and whatnot, and they don't have a community and they don't have, you know, everything is meant to be focused on them as the person who is going to get the attention and make the content and, you know, go viral and get the money and all that stuff, as opposed to someone who is on a team or working with others or serving others or working towards something bigger than themselves. That's the whole class, by the way. This is the content creator class. Here's how to make it bigger than yourself, you know, so that you're a happier content creator. That is Hello Magic and Twilight. It just, again, it makes sense. So pause and ask the question, like we'll ask the actual, you know, question. How much of your content, when you look at your content right now, when you look at your relationships, you look at your Discord, you look at the way that you conduct yourself as a content creator, how much of it is in service to others, focused on others, has others in mind, brings other people in, brings other people up, you know, gives back. If it's very little and you are someone who's absorbing, right? Let's say that if you're learning and you're like learning mode, that's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about people who are, you know, actively making content or whatever, and that's kind of their thing. If you don't have any expression within your content that is a service to others, I think you're going to be a more miserable content creator. Just the numbers won't make you happy. What'll make you happy is when you realize that your content touched someone's heart and that they're different for it and that you've made an impact on someone's life, as opposed to you got another 100 views or you got another 1,000 views.
But this all may be easier said than done. Let's say $1 million falls into your lap tomorrow. What do you do with it?
I immediately poutine. As a Canadian, I have to go buy, you're legally obligated to buy poutine and maple syrup with the first $1,000 of a lottery win. It's a weird law, but it's, you know, nonetheless. Whoa, what are we at here? I don't want to listen to that. That's pretty aggressive. Them's the rules, exactly, right? Not that it's a bad thing. I do love me some poutine. Get another 1K subs just from the newest spike. Really? Okay, that's wild. What? The sub thing is so confusing. Why do people push the sub button? Like, because I push it because I want more of your content, right? Like, some people just do it for fun. Like, for example, when I was working with the Neurosama fandom, you know, the Swarm, a lot of them were like, you make good stuff, we'll come back and watch. And I got over 2K followers, but you know, my next video that I released was the same amount of views as the one before the Swarm video. So like, I didn't actually get more views. So like, why did you sub if you don't like my stuff? Go watch my stuff. right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a miserable person. Some poutine lately? Yeah, I hear you. Or do you mean the $1 million? This channel, my channel is particularly about the philosophy of the millions can wait, give me the poutine now. There you go, man after my own heart. Like my whole channel is really about the philosophy of content creation, right? Why do you want what you want, and what do you do with it, and why do you want to be a content creator, and who's it for? That's what I talk about. So it's a good exercise to kind of go through. What if I went viral? And really the biggest lesson, I think the number one lesson was, who are you now? Right? Who are you now? Are you a person who's serving others? Are you a person who is has emotional insecurities? Are you a person who has tense relationships? Are you someone who has physical issues? Or do you have addictions? Best thing in the world for you would be to not get $1 million. Because if you have an addiction and it's out of control, you'll die. Got $1 million tomorrow, I'd hire a lawyer to figure out how to get $1 million without the world knowing it was me. Yeah, I've seen people show up to get their check in like a mask. No, yeah, people are wising up for sure. Can clips of a stream made from my phone be deleted after posting to Discord, and that deletion not affect playback of that clip in Discord when people tap to play? And how do I delete a clip from the clip under my Discord tab? So if it's a link, right, and you delete it, that link won't work anymore. Period. Right? Like if you link to a YouTube clip or to a video clip of any kind, and it's in Discord, you delete the link or delete the video, the link won't work. Period. If you copy the video, as in you post the video into Discord, it will be there, but you can still delete it there too, right? How do I delete a clip from the clip under my Discord tab? If you can delete any, like if it's your it's your post, you can delete it. I've never heard of a Discord rule that makes you so you can't delete your stuff. Can it be deleted from Twitch's clip? Yes. Yeah. So here, let me show you. Here is my and me. Is it tiny enough for you? So if I go to my videos, right, at the clip section, right? So any of these I can boop and I can just delete immediately. I can get rid of. If you go to your actual, like your Twitch account, and you go down to videos, I guess, it'll have a section that'll be like, okay, clips, right? So clips, this is your featured clips. If you delete them, they're gone, right? As long as you're in charge. If you want them gone, you want them gone. You can delete whatever you want. Other people can make clips, but you could even turn off the ability for other people to make clips, right? You really are in charge. So, when you say your clip that you created of someone else's, do you mean of someone else's stream? Or do you mean, I thought you meant of yours. I didn't understand. I'm sorry. I don't know. That I don't know. Does anybody else know? Can you delete a clip you made for someone else? I don't know. You can? Okay. All right. I've never done it. If I clip something, it disappears into the ether, and I don't think about it anymore. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Why would you? Right? I guess that's my question. Why would you want to delete it? Like, what's the? I guess I just don't understand what the issue is. oh, you have a clips that you created button. So I guess you could probably delete it under that in your own dashboard, right? In your, like, even if you're not a streamer, you still have a dashboard. What? Leave your device storage. Well, it's not on your device. And if you if you have a problem with Discord and your Discord is way too full, you can actually go into the Discord settings on your device. Yep. And you can delete the, what do you call, the cache, right? Like, so if you like it'll just keep adding to the cache, and if you really don't want it to, you can delete the cache right in Discord, and it'll just wipe out all the stuff in the background, and it won't keep all that. I think you can even limit it. Don't quote me, but I think you could even say you can only have this much cache. So if that's what you're worried about, yeah, go and just change that. Get rid of your cache. CACHE, by the way. Don't go delete all your money. Okay, so that's the conversation that I wanted to have today. Hopefully it was helpful, or at least challenging, or at least whatever. But I think the baseline, like, we're gonna end up, the baseline is what you need to work on. That's the lesson. How happy are you now? Because that's how happy you will be after you go viral, or happy you'll be after you get canceled, right? You're who you are now. You didn't moderate, it just helped him out. Yeah, well, don't worry then. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to get rid of some bass, it doesn't actively save the clip on your phone. If you do clip, it's always nice to clip. And honestly, more clips is better than less clips. It's really hard for most content creators to go through their content and go, what part was I funny at in the last 4 hours? Which part was interesting in the last 4 hours? And if you're in the middle of stream, unless you're smarter than I am, which many are, and you're doing something cool, hitting this clip button in the middle of doing something cool is hard to do because you're busy doing something cool. It's really, really helpful if you have somebody that's clipping. 26 followers in the stream yet. Yeah, bots, man. It's a bot thing. Yeah, it won't. If you clip, it goes onto the internet. You have to actively download the clip if you want to have it. Which even that's a pain in the butt. Like, you can't just go download the clip of someone else's clip. You have to go get a piece of a third-person software. Mark the video, forgot to clip that moment. Yeah, at least that's a mark, right? At least you get something. It's yeah. I'm too busy being awesome for me to remember to clip myself. How's that? Okay. It's unless you have a problem with it. It's Stardew time. We're gonna jump into Stardew, and then after this, I'm gonna go bash my head up against this chat window for another 8 hours. That'll be fun. Oh, thanks, Hannah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That was cool. Yeah, all kinds of cool things just happened on my screen. Very thankful. Thank you so much for the bits. Okay, have a good lurk. And I'm about to, yeah, apparently the noises in this game make Samus's skin crawl. It's so she can't watch when I'm playing it. That's what I learned. Well, thank you for making clips. I really appreciate it. Even if you called me an intelligent, tasty rhinoceros, that's fine. I don't mind. Or a sparkly square herring. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna think about that later. Yeah, the noises in Stardew, that's what she said. She's like, literally, I can't watch when you play Stardew because the noises make me bleh, Yeah, I saw the Only on Thursdays one. I did, I saw that one. I thought that was funny. sometimes I say stuff and I don't know what I'm saying. It just comes out. Seven says, I played the game while I was actively going through burnout. So the sound causes not exactly flashback, but they feel bad. Oh, that's so interesting. It's an association thing. I thought it was the sounds themselves. Like if I go stand next to the gurgle machine over here. Like this thing sounds gross. It's not nice. But okay, I can understand that. Association. But oh yeah, by all means, I'm only playing games to give a chance to. Oh, I didn't want to give that to you. Big nabbit. I had a particular question to ask. Oh, you taking off? Okay. Did you ask the question? I don't remember. Bye-bye. A soft breeze is blowing and it smells like sage. Yeah, you've already told me that a few times, but that's okay. You're cute. So you can keep repeating yourself. I don't even mind. All right, fed the cat. Bush. Hay, we got some hay. Got 2 hay. Even better. But there's 10. Hooray. The music in this game, there's not a bad song. Not one. It's all good. I really like the music in this game. And I guess it's done by the same guy that programmed it, which I just think that's a little bit too much talent for any individual to have. You shouldn't be allowed to be a programmer that makes an awesome game and also wrecked my thing. And also have good music skills. You should have to choose. Item on that swaps the music for piano covers of the OGs. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, it reminds me of Minecraft. Like, cause Minecraft, I don't like Minecraft music, never have. But you can get Minecraft music that's better done by other people. Well, better for me anyway, done by other people. Does anybody remember what I was doing? Let's find out. Oh, I need to plant some summer crops. That's what I need to do. Let's do that first. It is a good bop. Oh, I gotta change my category. Oops. Director of Persona Games was also a composer, and not only the games are great, the soundtrack's fantastic. That's too much talent for one person to have, man. Be illegal. When do you find time to do that? Like, I play the guitar, I play the bass. Like, I have skills. It's always Wednesday. But I can't. I literally my guitar's been in a box for 5 years. Just don't have time. All right, I need to up my fishing. That's, I guess, what we're gonna do. We'll fish. What else is there in life other than to fish? Because apparently, if I keep fishing, I will eventually be able to catch more fish. Yeah, that's how that works. Oh, dang! I'm on the wrong screen. Bwah. There you go. Thank you for saying so. All right, I got a purple one. I will not sell it immediately. What a dingle hopper. Out there selling stuff that I actually need. I should go to the bait shop though. I don't have any more bait. At least I don't have any good bait. In Biggin would it work? Yes. No, it still does, I think. No, maybe not. I've changed a lot. I'm actually gonna be switching it up for I can't see, exclamation point can't see. I'll be making that one into something. No bait, eh? Cool, I guess. I'll go buy some. Yeah, that's when the exclamation point can't see, and then it'll switch to this. So you can see. Smart. And the problem is if I make it universally available to everyone and they do that in the middle of whatever, it will still switch. It's not like I can turn it off. Probably can, but you know. Okay, deluxe bait. I get, wow, that's really expensive. Okay, I will buy 10 of them. And is that it? What does that do? Shows what fish is on the line before it's caught. Why do I care? Spinner. This shape slightly increases bite rate. Blah. Trap bobber causes fish to escape slower when you aren't reeling them in. That sounds helpful. Lead bobber adds weight to your fishing bar, preventing it from bouncing along the bottom. That's helpful. I need more of these. That sounds helpful. That sounds helpful. Okay, thanks, bud. I'm gonna go figure that out now. So what do I have connected here? I have that. We'll take that off. We're gonna put the cause the fish to escape slower. And this one is adds weight to keep them bouncing. That actually might help. Oop, that's on the bottom. And then I can do a hook. Make sure your catch is more secure. So they cling to it, and that'll be there. No! Why can't I use both? Okay, fine. Then I guess I'm stuck to using a spinner. Middle tab, colorful streamers, creating enticing flexibility, increasing bite rate. Alright, I'll do that then. Nope, still the wrong thing. Dang it! What goes there then? Oh, bait. Moron. Big dumb stupid head. Oh, you haven't used the rod. No, I haven't got that far. I haven't got that far. Trapper bobber works slowly by 30%. Very useful when I had to catch the most difficult fish. The trap bobber? Okay, I will switch that up. Because that's... I'm going to go... Because I have a bit of a vendetta against that one that's in the sewer. So we're going to... That's what I want to get. I forgot to buy real bait. Dang it. Give me more bait. I'm sorry. And we'll put the bait into the traps. Yeah, it slows the escape rate. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna go try it, man. Let's just see what happens. Actually, I'm so full of junk right now. Whatever. I only want to catch one fish. No, I don't. This game is so full of stuff. Okay, the purple one needs to go to the community center. I knew that. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'll have to go dump that off right now. You buy the regular bait and get moss from trees, you can make... Oh, I forgot about that. I have so much moss. Oh, hang on. You're welcome. You gotta keep the doctor in town happy. Otherwise you don't get the good drugs. Gives you the generic stuff. Okay, so not there? Cool, I guess. I gave him either coffee or moth. Quartz? He wants quartz? I wouldn't have guessed that. I don't remember where I'm supposed to be. In here? Okay, somebody wanted it. Who wants it? Gotta be over here. Gotta be on the on the bulletin board. That's the only other place. Last place I check, of course it is. What are you? A red cabbage? A duck feather? And a sunflower. Duck feather I got from my cat. Remember that one time. I like the sonar bobber though. Seeing fish in advance might be a niche to some, but handy when you need. Yes, exactly. I can understand that. Like when it's like, okay, go catch this many or whatever. I can understand that. I'm not there yet though. I'm not gonna get that niche. I am gonna go home, dump this stuff into the box, and then see if I can do a little fishing, though. And then I can maybe make some awesome bait. That's probably a good idea. And the way I have bait set, it doesn't lose durability. Oh, that's fun. Really? I don't know if that goes there, but I'm gonna get rid of the gold stuff. What year you want? Year 2. Year 2. I am doing spectacularly, if I can say so myself. Boom, and then boom. Nope. Give me my pancakes back. No. No. Yes. Okay. Gotta dump all my junk out. Yeah. Okay. That's good. And I can go plant 2 trees. Have you ever noticed how this game just has endless levels of work to do? Anybody else notice that? How's Davey today? I'm gonna go plant a couple trees just randomly. I need to cut them down at some point. I know I'm gonna need wood from the woods. There. We good? Yep. Let's go make some. I'm working so hard not to say that pun because it's not good. It would be taken out of context and I'd get myself in trouble. I don't need them, but having male purple shorts to use against him more useful than might seem. And I have 4. I didn't know you could do that. He asked for his shorts. I've never considered not giving them to him. Did you blackmail the mayor? I'm not that evil. There we go. Let's make some good bait. Cool. $45 baits. Darn tootin'. Let's go. We're gonna go fishing. In the sewer. We're gonna catch that bad boy. There's more uses. I'm so. It's so cool that there's so much going on in this game, you know? You can get a lot. Like he just keeps like that's so weird. I found him in a bush, hanging out with like some lady, and then all of a sudden he's losing his shorts everywhere. I think he might have a bit of a problem, that guy. Yes, the sewer music. Lovely. Come on, baby. Glasses, let's go. Need those. Well, at least it's fast. Gaia! Ew! What am I gonna do with you? That's gross. Why did I want that? Who do I even give that to? I'm just gonna give that to the scientist guy. Figure this out, scientist guy. Well, that's easy. Caution, only one, so if you throw it out, it's out of the game. What do I do with it? There's got to be something I can do with it. Like, it obviously is a thing. I don't want to have to look it up, but I also don't want to screw up and not like have it. Well, I think I've managed to pull all the junk out of the sewer. Yep, I think these are exceedingly normal fish now, though green. All right, back to town. What are you? Statue of Uncertainty. Make a statue. Oh, I don't have profession. Leave me alone. I'm not there yet. I'm just a measly farmer. Find things here and sell them. Can you... Huh? Void Essence, Solar Essence, Albacore. Void Egg. Oh yeah, all this guy. I can buy a Star Drop to be able to increase my energy, I suppose. He's got too many things that are way too expensive. I'm good. I should keep that fish somewhere till somebody asks for it. I guess. I don't know. Like that golden pumpkin is a great example of something that's like I would have just assumed it was for cash. And then I looked it up and it's like, nope, you can make a hat. Like, of course you can. Why would I not think you could make a hat out of the fish? What goal are you trying to achieve? I don't know how to answer that question, to be frank. Not really have one. Yes, if the golden pumpkin you can get at the Halloween party in the maze, apparently if you save it, you can turn it into a hat. Chub. Got me some chub. You gonna run away? Okay, we'll go home. It's late. Like, even the cows are asleep. Yeah, apparently, if that and whatever, get you a witch's hat. There you go. Come to the XtianNinja channel where you learn obscure things about a game that he doesn't know anything about. Yep. I need to put... Nope, it's a witch's hat. What do I do with you? Strange waters of the sewer turn this carp into a monstrosity. There's got to be something I can do with it. Think you're playing the right game? Yeah, that's it, man. I'm not. There's no purpose whatsoever in my heart. I'm just trying to do things. Making content. That's what I'm doing. I'm making content. Is that a terrible way to put it? I honestly don't think I have anything to sell. Bummer. All right. I want a magic cowboy hat. 333 Omni Geodes. From who? That's so much. I'm gonna put things away now. I'm gonna put my ugly looking fish in the fridge. Just to kind of hang on to him. He's gold star fish after all. I wish I could mark him somehow. Just kind of like, don't throw him out, future me. I don't know. I know you want to. Just don't. Future me is dumb. He causes problems. A lot of problems, actually. We good? We sold everything? Okay. Cooking. Oh, you're not wrong. Oh, fiddle. Good point. I'm going to now take this out of here. And I don't know where to put it. I'm going to put it in a box outside. That's where it goes for sure. Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't even use any of my energy today. That's how lazy I was as a farmer. Like, how'd you do today? I walked in a circle, caught 2 fish, and went to bed. That's what I did. Okay, better rod efficiency. Cork bobber. And a treasure. Ooh, treasure hunter. As in, I got more things I can do with fishing. That's cool. I'll take that. I bet those recipes are rough. What are you? Seed maker. Place crops inside to produce a varying amount of seeds. Okay, why would I do that? I can sell the seeds. Or sell the... Yeah, that didn't make any sense. Slightly increases the size of your fishing bar. And only takes heart... Oh, that's a lot. I'm gonna spend my gold bars on that. Hello, sweetheart. How you doing? Make sure you don't get heat stroke, my love. Drink plenty of water and don't overwork yourself. Aw, she cares about me. Beautiful sunny day. I don't need a beautiful sunny day. I need a storm. Pig. In these parts, pigs are trained to sniff out valuable truffles. You've got to let the porkers outside and be patient. They'll work their magic when they're good and ready, make oil out of the truffles to maximize your profit. Oh! Well, now I know. How many hearts does Abigail have? Probably a lot. A bunch. I'm a very good husband. If you get max out her hearts, I assume you can go get yourself another wife so you can keep working on those hearts, right? Like planting another row of crops. Let's get some fishing done. That's what I want to do. I was gonna make that bobber. I didn't realize I forgot what I was doing there. Maybe I should go fishing in the cave. That's a thing. I need a ghost fish. Yeah, we should go fishing in the cave. Let's do that. Although I have to look up which level that is on. See, now I know why I'm getting all this slime. Because it's good for fishing. Plus, if I'm down there and I find Abigail a purple, she can have it. I haven't given her a gift in a while. But then she hasn't also been cooking a lot for me. She made me 1 pancakes. That's it. I've got this. That's what she made me one day. So we're kind of even in the gift department. Not that it's a competition. Just because you didn't get gifts from your spouse doesn't mean you're not supposed to give gifts. I have to Google it. What levels are water fish in Stardew lines? That's just how sentences work. 20, 60, and 100. Oh, cool. Let's do that. I know the purpose before, but once I realized the best use for fish, certain others. Fish smoker. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because you get better return. I can understand that. Let's put this on there. What do I have on there right now? Oh, it wears out. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Well, cool, I guess. That's not how fishing equipment works. It's a piece of lead. It's not going to go away. I lose them. That's what I do. Fish smoker is not the best use. I didn't realize it. Oh, it's not the best use. Oh. Well, you're a maximizer, though. Like, I get that that's what you like to do, but like for me, when I think of what to do, like when I was able to make mead, that made me happy. I don't know how much money it is, but I know I want mead. That's because that's cool. And then 60. On the 60, I get the ice pip. I assume. It says right there. Oh, I didn't get my stonefish from the previous one. I didn't even know that was a thing. We'll go down and get a stonefish next, as soon as I get my ice pip. Gimme. Ghost fish. That's a weird noise. Another ghost fish. Hooray. Ooh, bait. Mystery box and some bait. Score. I need to put some of that bait into the crab pots. Crab traps. Stop it. I don't want goop. I want a ice pip, though I don't know what that is. You're gonna, let me guess, the drop rate's like 0.0%. Yeah, I can make staircases. I don't know why, though. Like, I know that you can get to the next level, but there's always a ladder, so like, why do I want to go down? I can either use the elevator or the ladder. Why you being a jerk? Let's go! Ice pip! Down we go. It skips the floor for free, but it has an it has another use. Can I put a basement in my house? Let's just say another hidden thing in town. Oh, okay. Indoors repeatable? Interesting. I bet it, yeah, that I would do. Yeah, I would do that. I'm here for the stonefish. One fish made of rock, please. Got you, sucker! Stonefish! First try. Now for the lava eel on level 100. This is not a nice environment. Only works in a certain case. Yeah, I assume that it's only one house or one level or whatever. Yeah, but like, let me guess. Let's see if I can figure it out. Is it in the? Is it in the saloon? No? Is it in the mayor's house? Aha! Second try. We can do that next. Come on, game. Why you gotta be so rude? Gross. How much soggy newspaper do you want me to have? It's almost like level 100 is harder to fish at. I'm gonna have an entire soggy newspaper and the greatest collection of broken CDs of all time. All the greatest hits that I can't listen to. I guess I should eat. That's what I'll do. Then I'll have somewhere to put the fish, should it ever decide to bite my hook. I have cave jelly. I got cave jelly. I don't know what it does. But it is not being super cooperative. I'll give you that. Whoa, there he is. Ooh la la. Whoa! Oh, why you gotta do that? Boom. Lava eel. Home we go. Never. There are crafting uses for the cave jelly. That makes sense. Oh wait, I have a way home. Boop. Take me to town. Yep, perfect. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna go straight to the community center before I decide to sell all this stuff and shoot myself in the foot. The video I watched a while back about fishing this game. It was cool to break down the fishing stats. But, oh, like, yeah, like it goes deep. That's interesting. I know for a fact that it's gonna want some stuff. Hold on. A lava eel does not go in there? Are you kidding me? The ghost fish does. Okay. And you don't want the stonefish either. Just the ghost fish. All right, I guess. Yeah, even though it's purple. Got a purple stonefish. Weird. So weird. Okay. That's all I needed. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it though. Like, isn't he the science guy? Hey man, you wanna do some science? If I give it to him, he's just gonna go, why'd you give me this? What's wrong with you? So, I don't know. We'll leave him alone. But I'm surprised I didn't get to increase my fishing stat, you know? I did some really good fishing there. I even caught all three of them first try. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm just too good at it. How are you supposed to get XP if you're amazing? This is a number, that's difficulty to catch, how fast it moves, and there's 5 types of fish behavior. That one was really, really, like, up and down. Like, it was crazy. And I can see why you'd want the right bobber on. We're gonna put the weird fish in over here, I guess. Yeah. Weird fish. Weird fish. And the ice pip is also a weird fish somehow. We good then? How's Stardew Valley? It's doing well, DJ. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a great game. We'll keep raw materials. I don't know how I'm gonna make money though, honestly. I don't need driftwood. Probably should keep cave jelly just in case something wants it. And we can sell the rest. Yeah. I know you can't sell garbage. Or maybe you shouldn't sell garbage? Like, there's no point. What's it worth? Nothing. It's just trash. But I can turn it into things. How's DJ today? Hope you're well. Ghostfish and berry. Stick. Oh, what a pile of garbage. Look at me carrying around all the trash in the world. Is that it? Are we good? I put my baguette up here and put the slime away, and then we should be good. And I can go get my geodes processed tomorrow after a good day of fishing. Because that's where I'm going, is to go fishing, he said to himself for the 20th time. Did I pet my cat? I did not. Did I water my cat? I did not. How's he supposed to grow if you don't water him? Nice. Maple syrup. Maple syrup. Maple syrup. Oh, that's a fishing rod. Lovely. I don't mind going a little later because you get different fish at night, so it's not like it's a bad thing to wait. Okay. The bug noise is kind of annoying though. I could definitely use more copper. Should we go to the ocean or should I go to the river? Actually, why don't we go to the secret? See if we can pull something weird out of the secret area. Can't believe I don't know why I walked over here one day. Like, secret forest. Oh, neat. And then there I was in the secret forest. It's kind of cool. Nice. Is it always dark here, or is it just dark here? Or is it dark now, I mean? Cool. Let's see what happens if I fish. Maximum fish! Don't attack me, slime. I just realized there's a slime right there. Go kill him. Got one that I have never had before. Score. Pardon me. Thank you for dying in an orderly manner. This is gonna be a carp. Carp! We'll do one more and then we'll go to the ocean, because if I don't get anything like other than a carp out of this, there's really no point. Move up, down, gradually. Sinker goes slow but drops. Fast floater, yeah. Dart, yeah, definitely that one. That's cool. It sounds simplistic, like it really does. It sounds like it's something that is obvious. Like, yeah, those are the way to do it. But you have to think about that. Like, it takes a bit of creativity, you know. Can't go to the ocean right now. Not enough time. If I had a teleporter, I could. If I increase my fishing level, then I can go buy another fishing rod, and the fishing rod will allow me to have more than one bobber, I assume. Well, crud. All right, well, I will throw out. I don't know why I'm keeping the driftwood. Keepers. I'll keep the driftwood. Why? Why? Why are you keeping the driftwood? Home. Go home to the wife. Claire had a good day fishing. 20 smooth, but a 70 dart will be harder. Hardest is 110. Yeah, I think that the and especially if you don't have the right, you know, the right bobber and stuff, it can be really difficult. Let's sell some things. First things first, I gotta make sure that they don't go to the community center. Nope, nope, nope. No, really? The wood skip does. Just the wood skip. Interesting. All right. Well, everything else goes away. Boop. Selling everything willy-nilly. That's a blue pike, purple pike. I'm sure purple is a big deal. I should probably hang on to that. Yep. I will. Hardwood away. Put the coal away. I'll grab that thing from the garbage and then turn on the garbage rise thinger. Maybe I should make a bunch more of those. I don't know. Hey, honey, I'm coming home and I have a broken CD. Hooray! About time for something interesting to happen in this game. I'm gonna get a letter today, I feel it. She's standing indoors, she's gonna have a little announcement for me. I can tell. Hello. Going into town. All right. That wasn't quite what I expected. I'm gonna go put my fishing tackle away for now. I don't really need to wander around with it. Fishing, 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 fishing. I do gotta get into town. Am I gonna carry around this garbage forever? Is that what we're doing now? It does give you stuff. Like if you wait, eventually this thing will spit out something good. It's kind of worth having. Well, I know, I haven't even found her one in so long. I'm a very, I need to be more diligent with my dear wife. She needs her amethyst. I haven't found one. It's not really my fault. I just haven't found one in a long time. We can walk into town. Lovely. And I can't forget to buy seeds. Like I literally need. Oh, see, I told you, it's totally worth it. Gives you really good stuff. There, worth it. Oh, there's jam. Come back. I need the jam. I put river jelly in there? That might be interesting. Okay, well, what can I put in there? Nope, can't put that in there. That'd be bad. Can't put a cake in there. What do you want? I gotta give you something. Let's do, I guess I need to put a vegetable. I have things. I have vegetables. I should plant these coffee beans. And then we'll put kale or leek. We might make more leek juice. Yummy. Okay, coffee bean. No. Okay, coffee bean. Oh, they were ready to harvest. I didn't even notice. Cool. I'm just gonna do all coffee beans. Score. They are red. That is true. When coffee beans are red when they're on the vine, that is not the right way to do that. What's up, creepy? How you doing? My parents were here for a minute. Oh, lovely. Hopefully things went well. What did I make? I'm looking at my keg, and I don't remember what I actually made. Probably something amazing, I hope. Cool. I don't know, it's a good idea to plant only coffee, but I love coffee, and it'll make me happy. What are you? Carrot juice. Oh, that's nice. I didn't get another vegetable. Got too excited about my coffee. Well, yeah, I don't have any seeds. No, I have to go buy some. But I do want to make something out of something. Oh, what do we do? It invites butterflies. Oh, that's fun. Didn't know that. How about some horseradish juice? Yummy. Can I make horseradish juice? I can. Ugh. Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to be tasty. Oh, we could go to... Oh, whatever. We're fine. Didn't even save that much time taking the train. Plus, how am I supposed to do my garbage run to get all my special garbage gifts? You know? Hey there, Grumpy. You're going to yell at me. No. You can't tell me what to do. You're not the boss. Go process my geodes and hope that something good happens. You sell ice cream, my dude? Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna buy an ice cream for my wife. Ice cream. She deserves it. What, do you have trash can on your farm? I don't know. You can put one of those. It's decorative. It actually isn't helpful at all. It doesn't even do anything. All right. Radish seeds. I can go plant those. Lump of green goo. Okay. Rock. Chicken nugget. I don't know if I've donated slate yet. I do. What's funny is I'll go over here now and like literally I'll get a geode. No, I didn't. It's happened multiple times where all of a sudden I get a geode out of that garbage. Want anything? No. Fine. I don't want to talk to you either. Not so much as how do you do? Just, hey, you don't have anything. Bleh. You look like somebody who wants pancakes. Here you go. Yes, for you. Don't tell my wife. She said she was going into town. Does that mean she went to the store? Hey, Doc, I got purple for you. You're welcome. Is your daughter here? Maybe hanging out in her old room? Nope. Maybe she's at the saloon. Those are crab cakes. And I don't know I don't know. I just gave her, as long as she's happy, I'm happy. I just want everybody to like me. I just want everybody to be my friend. Is that so much to ask? Be my friend, I'll buy your friendship. Said she was coming into town. What does that even mean? Or she's going to visit Asmodeus. Is that what that means? Did I go beat up Asmodeus? How dare you, sir? Flies, what do you got? You got hay. I probably need some of that, but I should also plant some grass. Milk pail, animal catalog. You can access Marnie's shop when she's not around. Helpful. Shears, collect wool, ornamental hay bale, doghouse. These are all ornamental. I don't need that. But I can keep your animals warmer and happier during the winter. I'm gonna buy that now so I don't forget. Just in case. Because I will absolutely forget, and then my chickens will become chicken sickles. Even though I haven't checked on them at all. Like, at all. I didn't even get any seeds when I was in town. My brain is absolute pudding. I really need some help. Also, I didn't water my seeds that I laid down. Going back to bed? Oh, well, that's all right. That's where I'm going back to bed. I'm gonna have so much coffee. I'm gonna open up a Starbucks. Mushroom. Cool. Now, chickens! They're angry because I tried to make them eat a... What did I do? I don't know what I did. Did I water my chicken? There you go, chicken. Do you have eggs? Do you lay eggs? White meat doesn't love me. Looking a little thin. Not happy with me. I wonder why. Do you like bread? Look a little thin. You're upset too? Fluffy looks downright grumpy. I wonder why. Put hay in the trough. Happy? Okay. Good. Go eat that. I didn't know I had to do that. I thought it was automatic. So how much is in the silo? Can't imagine there's much left. 17. Did I even find that many? Okay. Good to know. It's 7:30 p.m. already. So bananas. It gets so late so fast. This game is so fast. Oh, I forgot to put the heater in. I'll go do that now, just to make sure I don't forget. I know it's summer. There, heater. Right next to your, right next to the extremely flammable hay. It'll be fine. Don't worry, guys. I'm a good farmer. To watch the 10th anniversary? No, I haven't. Of this game? No. Is that a thing? I'd watch that, unless it's got a bunch of spoilers in it. It'd be to watch and see at least 4 things that you can do that are right under your nose. Yeah, I'm sure. Trough is the brown bench looking thing. You pull the hay from the silo and put it in a trough. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just didn't know I had to do it manually. I just assumed it was automatic, like the silo was automatic. Honey! Lovely. Put that in the honey bucket. I want... All right, well, let's do it. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that now? Let's, actually... I just slept. So I'm not even missing anything if I do this. Cool. All right. Stardew Valley. And anniversary video. Lovely. A retrospective. Oh, lovely. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, this is from Concerned Ape. Oh, that's cool. You know what? I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll go here. We're gonna be watching it here. I'm gonna go take a quick break. You guys hang out with the very cool thing I created for you. Hopefully you enjoy it. The voting. And then I'll be back soon. Then we'll watch that. Could be fun. Once you upgrade to Coop. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think I had an idea for that thing I just showed you, like the voting thing. I'm gonna ask it to do Stardew Valley related stories. That could be more fun. That could be more fun, especially since it's on theme. If I could make it look like a Stardew Valley kind of text, and I can, you know, give it kind of Stardew Valley picture, like make it look like that, and then that would be a lot more fun than the dramatic stuff it's trying to do right now. Okay, let's watch this Stardew Valley retrospective. It's 22 minutes. It sounds fascinating. I don't know nearly enough about this. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens. Cool. Let me know if the volume's okay. The 2 new marriage candidates in 1.7 will be revealed at the end of the video. This envelope is on my desk.
Hey guys, it's me, Concerned Ape, creator of Stardew Valley.
Hi.
Today is the 10-year anniversary of Stardew Valley. So to commemorate this special milestone, I put together this video which shows off some old builds of the game, has some of my commentary about the development timeline, and highlights the various updates over the years and how Stardew Valley has changed over time. So I hope you find it interesting, and here we go.
It was called Sprout Valley?
Sprout Valley, 2012. So this was the original name of Stardew Valley. It was called Sprout Valley, which is an awful name. That's why I eventually changed it. But this was probably about 6 months into development. I had a functioning game, but it was very rudimentary, and I would say much more similar to the Super Nintendo Harvest Moon game than Stardew Valley is today. Of course, I grew up playing Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo, and so I was heavily inspired by it. And, you know, my first target, you might say, for this game was to essentially emulate Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo. That was my starting point, and then I wanted to expand a bit from there. As you can see, the pixel art basically looks like
how fast
crap,
he is.
But there are some things like the bus there that
Wow, that's so similar.
essentially made it into Stardew Valley. The basic design was there.
Yeah.
Even 6 months into development, and you know, Stardew Valley took 4.5 years to release 1.0. So we can watch this for a little bit.
So
You'll
similar.
notice how it looks similar to Pelican Town. Some things are basically unchanged, but then other things are.
I was thinking the same
odd.
thing.
Pierre's got his daily wallpaper and flooring on display.
So Yoba still
Orphan's kinda
existed.
hideous. Sometimes I wonder, you know, if I had just released this game after 6 months, where would I be right now?
Yeah, interesting. Good question.
Somehow I don't think that the game would have taken off. So, look at Clint. But, you know, this was like a part of essentially a training process for me. It was my education on being a game developer. I do think there's something special about the naive perspective of a beginner. It's untarnished, it's fresh, it's primal, and you can't really recapture that once you have experience.
Hello, Queen Misty.
The original Gunther. Green hair in the sprite, brown hair in the portrait. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's so similar, though. I'm so surprised.
Insane. I'm sure you guys would love that in Stardew Valley. I'll have to get you on Way of the Wind Part 100.
They even had the
All
homeless
right,
guy.
let's show
Oh,
you the
wow.
old mines real quick. The mines are one of the areas of Stardew that have gone under a lot of changes, probably the most changes of any, at least gameplay element.
Really?
However,
Obviously
some
it-
concepts have been there from the very beginning, like slimes.
Yeah.
Slimes have always been there.
Oh, I like that.
Ladders down.
I like that better.
Always
Have little
been there
doors to go
one
in?
way or another.
Wow, level 2 and already skeletons.
I guess I hadn't discovered
No
the
thanks.
concept of knockback yet.
Wow. You died, bro.
Death sound has always been there. All right, well, I think that's enough for Sprout Valley. So let's go ahead and jump to the next.
Robin saved us? That's so
earliest
interesting.
build that I have.
Because it's the homeless guy now.
So here we have a build from 2013. I've probably been working on Stardew for maybe a little over a year at this point. And it's radically different from that previous build that I showed you.
Very.
We're actually starting to see some things that look like Stardew Valley here. And I think at this point I was calling it Stardew Valley. However, things are kind of odd. The way the farmer looks is weird. The way he's running around is kind of weird. The colors are now more saturated, which is true to form, but yet that exact shade of Stardew Valley yellow dirt hasn't quite been established yet. But yeah, this version of Stardew Valley was basically more of like a sandbox idea. In this iteration,
That's so
this
much
is like
jungle.
the weirdest time for the game. I feel like it's like the Stardew Valley hit puberty here. But so you would like actually buy animals and buildings from your in-game menu rather than go to Robin.
Okay.
And there was that farm map you just saw. Like that was pretty cool, actually. That farm map.
Quality
They're
detector.
mad at me that that's not in Stardew Valley anymore.
Right?
But yeah, it was a little bit more of a simulation concept, I guess, than an RPG.
I play super zoomed in because of stream. But if you're way back, like you see a lot of your farm. Like if you really, really, really zoom back.
Yeah, so back then I had item of the day and crop of the week. But I got rid of that because there's a fundamental problem
for
where
sure.
you can store things in chests in Stardew Valley. So this creates...
So that, sorry, I'm looking at Haley there. That is a much better, to me anyway, like art than it is now. Interesting.
So this creates this incentive to just never ship anything until the crop is crop of the week or the item is item of the day.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that's very fun.
No, it's
You
not.
don't ever want to incentivize things that aren't fun. That's game dev 101. All right, you can see here it's starting to
That's
look
super
like
similar.
Starting to look like that old familiar shop. But anyway, maybe let's jump ahead a little bit and check out what the mines are looking like in 2013.
Oh, wow. That's freaky.
So this was the era of the procedurally generated mines.
Yeah.
My idea was I wanted the mines to be like Terraria, but, you know, top down instead of side scrolling. And it was this, you had these big procedurally generated levels. And
Yeah,
you
this is
mined into
cool.
the walls and uncovered ores and secrets within the walls.
That's neat. I like
Which
that.
I think was a cool idea, but for some reason I was just never able to really make it compelling, and it was very bug prone.
Yeah,
which
well, procedural generated
It
stuff
just ended
is
up being too
tough.
complicated, I think. It was
Yeah.
maybe just beyond my ability. I don't know. Or maybe another way to think about it was just that it was too ambitious of a concept for the scope of this game. This should have been an entire game on its own. And, you know, if you've played Core Keeper, that's pretty much what Core Keeper is, which is a cool game, by the way. But yeah, when I saw Core Keeper, I was like, hey, someone finally did it. So, cool idea.
Good for them.
But I had to make the hard decision to scrap all of it. And I spent a long time working on this.
I bet. Yeah, I mean,
But
this looks really
made
cool.
the decision to scrap all of it, and let's see, there's a bug right there.
Too
Do
many.
a simpler approach, which is the mines that are in Stardew Valley today.
I'm
where
glad-
it's not procedural.
I'm glad you don't have to dig through the walls. That would. what was I playing? There's a Vampire Hunter game of some kind where it was like secrets in the walls, right? And all it does for me is make me want to go dig up every wall. And it's always like duck, 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 nothing, duck, 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 nothing, duck, 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 nothing. And always feel like I'm missing out, or I haven't got the right, I just got to wait for the right moment, and then I'll get the thing that I was some secret, and it never happens, right? That's not fun for me. So I'm glad you can't dig in the walls. That makes me happy.
Really generated. There's some randomness, but the levels are all designed by hand. Here we have a goblin village, an underground goblin village.
Well, that's cool. Wow, the mines are so different.
Content completely scrapped from the game.
You're in their village killing them? You're the bad guy.
And I mean, I don't regret it. Just because something sounds cool, just because the idea is cool, doesn't mean that it's going to be fun or it's going to be the right idea in practice.
So what he's saying, right? Like just because it's fun doesn't mean it's the right idea in practice. The voting thing that I keep, I put up is an example of that. This is something I think might be cool. This is something I think people might like. Maybe it'll make them stick around for a little bit when they're in the on break. And it's like I only had it up for a couple days, but honestly, it's not being used very much. Which is that a bad idea? Is it people need to get practice at it and see what it is, or is just that's not what they do on Twitch? Like, what is the reason for it? Whoa, supersonic, let's go. I know this far back with the original designs and dev builds, although indeed the current quality of the game is way different and better for sure. It's still pretty cool to see where the game first started. Yeah, I agree. Not the same as we know, but I like it. It's cool to see how much it changed, especially the mines. Yeah, wild. And even if it's still playable, this would be really cool to try anyways. It would be buggy. I bet it would be hard to play. DJ coming in with the 120. Dang. That's crazy, man.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, underground goblin villages are not canon, all right? Anything you see here from previous builds is not considered to be canonical Stardew Valley. All right, let's move on to yet another more recent version. So this one's from
big numbers today.
2014. This was the title screen at that time. I mean, it's kind of glitching out, but it had these weird buttons on the side. And then when you loaded the game, there was this loading screen, which was kind of reminiscent of like The Sims.
Well, that looks downright familiar.
But, I mean, it doesn't look too much different than the last build, but you start to see some more.
You think this will get the modding community going crazy? Oh, someone is gonna make that mine. Yeah, because it's very cool. Like that, the Goblin Village is very neat, and and somebody's gonna do it for sure.
Stardew Valley things come into place, like the what we call the daytime money box in the upper right is there. Willie's shop is basically looking like it always does. We now have the community center in the game, and it looks essentially exactly the same as it does now. Not sure why there's this ugly yellow color.
That's been around since 2014.
Yellow filter over the entire screen. You'll notice Clint was a little less doughy back then. And Joe Jamart was not yet in town. Hat House wasn't a thing yet.
So is this released? Like, he's in this scenario, has he released it? I guess not. If we're in 2026 and it's a 10 years, he didn't release till 2016. That makes right. So this is all still pre-build. That's crazy. How long he worked on it without like releasing it. That's so crazy. Can you imagine working on something, thinking it was cool and being like, not cool enough, and then working on it, scrapping all your stuff and then, not cool enough. And then like doing that for 4 years and coming up with cool ideas that you think are neat and then just pitching them so that eventually half a decade later, you can release something. I don't have that kind of stick-to-itiveness. For me, it's like, okay, that's a cool idea. Here, see, look at my cool idea. What do you think? And it's, half cooked and a cool idea. But this guy, that's crazy. I think it's wild that he can work on it for that long. I mean, obviously it worked out because, you know, he put a lot of thought into it, but dang.
And the inside of the farmhouse was like very static. I don't even think you could move any of the furniture, which allowed me to have the pixel art look kind of nice with some shading and stuff. But I mean, I think it's important that you can decorate your house. People love that.
Well, you say that it'll take a long time, but like a lot of people would have released, well, for one, like they have the game jams, and then a game is cool after 70 hours of working on it. And then, you know, they polish it for a few months and then release it. This is like, I don't know, he probably had a job, right? But this is like labor of love, like obsession level stuff.
So this is from August 2015, which is only
Close to
about a
launch.
half year from launch.
Yep.
But still, there are a ton of things that are like not finished yet. So this shows just how much Stardew Valley kind of came together at the last moment.
I don't play with my mouse.
The farmhouse still has this weird protuberance. Protuberance, is that a word? This weird thing, this nose sticking out right next to the door. I don't know what I was thinking there.
What's an entryway?
But obviously I got rid of that at some point. The mailbox is still on the left, so that must have changed that. You know, it's like I did a ton of work in the last like 6 months. I think I was just at the point where I knew it was so close. I needed to finish the game. The finish line was so close, and that's what gave me the drive and the motivation to make all these little changes in the last 6 months.
Is it meant to be with mouse? I've been playing keyboard the whole time.
I think one of the most notable things was just that the farmer still had this weird, goofy look. This is not what the farmer looks like in Stardew Valley, so that was like a last-minute change, which I'm really glad about because I don't really like the way this looks. Looks kind of stiff, kind of like a Pinocchio or something.
But if you told me to pick the differences, I don't think I'd be able to.
Here's the old classic Stardew Valley mines. So that's pretty much the last convenient footage that I have from before launch. I do want to give a shout out to my 2 beta testers, Bexy and Siri, who helped me find a ton of bugs in the game. Here's a screenshot from Bexy's farm. This is one of the first ever
Oh, snap!
Stardew Valley. Looks pretty good. Thank you guys so much.
Okie Dinah. Yes, I agree. Supersonic for sure.
So here we are, February 26th, 2016. The culmination of 4.5 years of work, the launch of Stardew Valley. A lot was riding on this because if it flopped, I would have been 4.5 years behind my peers with no money, no job experience. Would have been pretty depressing. I stayed up all night the night before because I found a bug and I had to fix it because the game was set to launch the next morning. So that was highly stressful.
Picture of my desk at the time. Yeah.
On the first day of launch, Stardew sold just under 40,000 copies, which was already beyond my wildest dreams. After that first day, I knew that this was going to be a big deal. I knew that I could be a game developer from now on. It was really happening. Of course, I didn't really have time to think about that too much because there were immediately bugs being found in the game. And I spent the next... I think I released a patch every single day for the next 4 days after launch.
Wow.
Pretty big patches, too. But see, back then...
Well, because the problem, like, there's so many different pieces of hardware, different, you know, like resolutions and different, like, controllers and buttons, and, like, there's just a million things that are different in any individual computer. That's why if you make something for Nintendo or you make something for PlayStation, right, you can kind of lock it in, you know what you're going to get. But when you do it for PC, that's just a crapshoot. You're making haunted chocolatier now too. I've never even heard of that. You mentioned that before. I don't even know what that is.
The game was a lot simpler. There wasn't different languages. There wasn't multiplayer. It was just me working on it. So I could crank out it was only on Steam. I didn't have to make a console build. I didn't have to make a mobile build. So I could crank out updates at an extremely fast pace.
Can you imagine though, like you launch this thing and you all of a sudden you start getting bug reports from like 40,000 different computers, and then more the next day. It's like, here's all the bugs. That would be so overwhelming.
Spent the rest of that spring fixing every bug that people found and trying to add meaningful improvements to the game with each patch. I was releasing patches pretty rapidly. Some notable examples were Grandpa's Shrine and his evaluation. When the game first came out, Grandpa was extremely harsh, and he was almost a little bit rude. You know, if you didn't do a good job, he would say, "Man, I should have bequeathed the farm to my other grandkid."
Oh no!
And there was no way to reevaluate. If you didn't get, the 4 spirit candles the first time, forget about it. So I softened that, and I also added in the way that you can, have them come back and reevaluate. Here's another
I didn't even know that was a thing.
On March 20th, I added unique dialogues for all the spouses. So I don't remember this, but apparently before then, every single spouse had identical dialogue, and people still complain about this, but there's been a ton of work on the spouses over the years, and it just goes to show that, even though Stardew Valley
Abigail
was launched, in my mind, it was not its ultimate form. That's why I kept making updates. That's why I essentially, as soon as these bug fix patches were out of the way, I immediately started working on the 1.1 update, which is the first major content update. So I'll just briefly go over the updates. If you want to see everything that's been added to Stardew Valley, I recommend going to the version history page on the Stardew Valley wiki. But yeah, the 1.1 update added 4 new farm types and kind of established the tradition of every update adding new farm types to the game. And notably, it added Shane and Emily as marriage candidates, which you, the community, voted on a poll that I put on Twitter. 1.2 just added new languages to the game. It wasn't really a content update. I hadn't yet established the tradition of 1.x updates always being major content updates. So then we had the 1.3 update, which most importantly added multiplayer to the game, fulfilling the promise I had made to the players before Stardew Valley even came out. 1.3 also added the winter night market and a few other things. One thing about 1.3 is the multiplayer was actually developed, not by me. It was put in by a guy named Tom Coxon.
So we're on 1.6 now. If the 1.7 is coming out, right? So he's talking about stuff that is in 1.3, and I'm seeing things I've never ever experienced. No idea. Like it's like a really weird looking. I'm sure it'll happen. It can happen, but like, dang. I'm a little nervous about this whole evaluation thing that you get from the grandpa. Like, I feel like he's gonna give me heck. What have you been doing out here? Growing coffee, only coffee for years.
Who went on to create a game called Cassette Beasts. You should check it out. Thanks, Tom. But yeah, it started this new
we'll take a look at it later.
I was open to getting help on the actual development of Stardew Valley, which allowed for bigger, more ambitious updates. So then there was the 1.4 update, which added the movie theater, fish ponds,
movie theater,
14 art events to all the spouses, and many other great things to the game.
Cool.
Then we had the 1.5 update, which added a huge endgame location, Ginger Island.
Never been there.
Quests and this idea of perfection.
Never been there either. That's interesting.
A volcano, which allowed you to enchant your weapons and tools.
Bruh.
And many other great things.
There's so much!
The 1.6 update, the most recent update. kind of a return to the valley after 1.5's Ginger Island. 1.6 added some new systems, some endgame content. It kind of filled in some gaps that I feel like were present in the game. And it added some old ideas that I've had for a long time, like Green Rain.
Green Rain, yeah, that was weird. I had that like day 2. I was sitting here by myself and on a weekend, and all of a sudden there was Green Rain and everything was like gross. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, am I losing? Is it bad? Is this a bad thing? And it just made a whole bunch of trees sprout. Yep, that was it. Yeah, weird, man. I'm like, this can't be good. This can't be good.
Were all the major updates to Stardew Valley in a nutshell. Of course, there were some intermediary updates in between all of those major ones, which sometimes added some important things to the game, but those were the major updates.
I remember Stardew Valley before Green Rain. There's a weird sentence.
Now, what's next? Well, as I've already announced, there is a 1.7 update in the works.
I assume.
But I don't want to reveal too much about what's in the update yet. Although I did announce that there would be 2 new marriage candidates, and I'm going to reveal those soon. I know you guys are probably bored out of your minds by this, and you're just waiting for me to get to the unveiling of the marriage candidate, right? But I just have one more thing to say. I have in my hands an envelope with the names of the 2 new marriage candidates that will be added in 1.7.
There's a Green Day joke in there somewhere.
Before I open that up and reveal the names to you, I just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting Stardew Valley over the past 10 years. For all the mods,
10 days.
the fan art, all the letters, and the comments you've made to me telling me how much Stardew Valley has meant to you. That's meant a lot to me too. And it's really given me a lot of purpose in life. So I'm grateful to you for making this a reality for me. Thank you so much. I also just want to thank everyone else who's been part of the Stardew Valley journey, from the other developers who have helped me out over the years, to the merchandise companies who have created all these cool Stardew Valley items, the people who have run the Stardew Valley concerts.
Concert?
Cole for helping me make the Stardew Valley board game, and so many other cool things that have come about over the past 10 years. So thank you so much to everyone. Now let's get down to business. All right, here it is. 1.7 marriage candidates. There you go.
Yo,
Clint and Sandy.
So I don't know Sandy. I honestly don't remember Sandy. Clint is an interesting choice though. Sandy must be from another town because it's got palm trees who I've never been to. So that's interesting. That was a guess. Really, was it? Nailed it. Sandy's okay. I've never been there yet. The Clint though. Clint's you got to work on him. He's kind of a bummer. It's but look at him. He's in his suit and everything. That's cool.
It's their turn. It's their time. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.
That was cool. That was cool. Passion project turned into success. He's worked really hard to make it really cool. You gotta love a game that when you're playing it, it feels like the person on the other side really cares. You know what I mean? Yo, thank you for the raid. Hello. Good to see you. Pardon me. Hello, Snack Girl. And hello, Princesius. Thank you for the raid. How are you two? Hope you're well. How was stream? Hello, Barracuda. It worked. Hooray. Yeah, I set the setting to be better. That was wild, dude. That was wild. Really cool. We just watched a retrospective of Stardew Valley. Kind of cool. There was a lot of stuff. I was almost nervous to watch it. Yeah, if you want to see Theo Princesius's art, her Instagram is pretty stellar. I'm gonna share her Instagram. Instagram. Doop, 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 and then here. She's got some really cool art on there. I suggest if you're interested, please go check it out. But yeah, there was a lot of things in there I saw that I was worried about. Like, I was worried about spoilers, and I'm like, that's cool. Like, for example, all of a sudden Asmodeus came out of that chicken leg thing that's next to the train station, and I'm like, I don't know what happened there. I didn't spoil nothing because I'm like, I don't know what's happening anyway. So that's fun. There's so much going on, and you could again, you can really tell that he cares about the project. He cares about, you know, wanting it to be interesting. He kept the vibe. I'd imagine there's been a lot of temptation to like either sell out or, you know, give it to like some publisher, or just put like microtransactions or some junk in there. Like it had to have crossed his mind and whatnot, especially when, you know, things are going crazy and people offer him $1 zillion for it, and like, I'll give you, you know, and then he just kind of keep rolling and bringing out updates and stuff. Oh yeah, I was gonna look into the something chocolatier. Concerned ape chocolatier. All right, haunted chocolatier. Is there one on YouTube? YouTube. Haunted chocolatier. You sent a whisper? Early gameplay. Oh wow. Whisper, you say? Nope, I don't see any whispers. But that's 4 years ago, so that can't be right. Let's go with the last, I don't know, this month? Nope. That's not right. The latest updates on Haunted Chocolatier. Does it even have a trailer? Is there a trailer? Official trailer 4 years ago. There's not much else. All right, hold on. Let's take a look at this just for kicks and giggles. I've never heard of this, but this is 4 years ago. It's got similar art style, obviously, same artist. Okay, similar town. Sort of, kind of. A bit more elaborate. Okay. That's very Stardew Valley-ish, but, you know, but also there's extra. I'd imagine this game probably has, I bet this game has an end game. Like, as in, it's not just a farm simulator, there's probably like something else that makes it not Stardew Valley. But there's ghosts. Oh, so that's interesting. It's haunted. The chocolatier is haunted. Who could have seen that coming? Very Stardew Valley-ish. Yeah, I mean, the music, yeah, 10 out of 10, right? And yeah, a million ideas. That's cool. You must be our new chocolatier. What? There's traffic in this one. That's cool. All right. I can kind of dig that. What do you got? Update, always working. January 28th to 2026. All right. So, I mean, he's definitely not going to release it until he's ready for it, obviously. Will there be chocolate in Stardew Valley? Is there chocolate in Stardew Valley? Probably. On your list to buy at some point? Can you wish list it already? All right, let's jump back into Yes, I need pig truffles. I need to get that going. All right, Stardew Valley. Fire that up again. Go to the right one. Turn on my controller, and we'll jump back in. We'll play for a little bit. I do need to work on my on the overlays here. Things are broken, my man. Broken. I don't want to make them unbroken. Yeah, after watching that, you know, it's like, man, he put so much work into it. It's worth it. It's inspirational to me anyway, to kind of go, you know what, be willing to take your time on stuff and, you know, enjoy it. In big news Stardew, there might be a haunted shop. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me that they back to back an announcement like that, for sure. Shrimp, thank you. Lovely. Oh, can't see game. Dang it. Lousy Stardew Valley. Needs special equipment. There you go. Indie game, man. Always asking for extra stuff. All right. So let's check our mail, and then I'm gonna make sure that I don't need this shrimp. Shrimp. Nope. I was gonna give ice cream to my wife. Is she in here? She's not. Nor is she on the farm. Oh, she's playing music. I bet I can't talk to her. Oh, she got it. All right, cool. She ate the ice cream while playing the flute. That's how good she is, guys. Need a pufferfish specimen. I mean, okay, but like, I don't know how to get a pufferfish. I'd imagine those are out in the ocean somewhere. Are these plant them in the summer? All right, cool. Also, nice hat. Yeah, you like my hat? I'm the town villain. Which is appropriate that I married the creepiest girl in town. Come on, obviously. Oh man, I got a lot of things to throw away. I think this goes into the... Yeah, I gotta keep that. Oh, I gotta turn off both musics. I realized I was playing two musics. That girl. I haven't got very many clothes. Every piece of new clothing I've gotten, I put on. So it's not like I have a lot of choices. This is just what I get to wear. Yeah, I've seen the new marriage candidates. We just watched that. Yep. I don't have a horse in that race though, because it's just like there's... I don't care. I've got a wife. I don't need another one. And quite frankly, I don't think I would ever consider marrying Clint. Just doesn't strike me as the kind of guy I'd want to spend the rest of my life with, you know? What are they doing? Oh, yeah, that's... What? I don't have any coal? Okay. I'm just trying to empty my pockets. Didn't get married. Krobus moved in instead. Krobus? What's a Krobus? Played female character once. He couldn't bring myself to romance any of the dudes in town. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, I can vibe with that. I get it. He's the one in the sewer, that black guy? Like the black, weird, ghost-looking dude? Really? All right. I didn't know he could move into your house. I guess that's something. All right, raw materials are being put in. I guess I can sell the, because the shrimp doesn't go into the community center, does it? Sell you, and why not? Cool. Into town. Oh, I gotta put my garbage away. I think you go here. I can't remember. Okay, into town. Every time I try to go into town, something else happens. So I'll just run. Close my eyes and run. Penny's the real play, actually. Chromos is also good. Penny, I haven't been able to go to the other town because I haven't finished that quest in here yet, right? Because the only way you're gonna be able to do that is to fix the bus. Am I right? Bye, Hannah. Hope you have a good nap or whatever you're about to do. Probably a fish situation. Yeah, there we go. Cool. 2 down. Not that I'm doing this very quickly, but like if I go in here, I think this is the bus repair. Yeah, I need to give it $25,000. I had that. I just spent it. You know, it happens. I could probably sell all of my gems that I have that I'm not using and get $25,000 and then get on the bus. Should I do that? I think I could do that. Would that be crazy? Would that be a foolish thing to do? All right, have a good midterm. Enjoy your time. I'm sure it'll be lovely. All right, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I've decided. Maybe it's a dumb idea. Maybe it's crazy. But I'm gonna go sell everything. Dude, I'm gonna have coffee for you soon. Promise. I'm also very curious about this. Like, if I talk to her, we did tell her strange tower west of my house. One time I heard a terrible otherworldly noise coming from there. I would avoid that place if I were you. Ah, it's just Asmodeus. He's fine. But like, I have this. Let me show you. Nope. This is a secret note. You know what I mean? Like that. That tells me something. It's supposed to tell me something. And I know this is here. This is where it belongs. It's a cow. I know exactly where that is, but I don't know what it's supposed to do other than, you know? Like, is there something in the picture that I'm missing? Let me just check one more time. It's just cow, chicken, rabbit, chick, baby. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that information. I really don't. Can I go in here? It's locked. Of course it is. It's someone else's house. I don't think I'm allowed in there to go check that spot out because it wouldn't be the point. So I don't know. I don't know. But I have decided I'm going to go sell. See if I can get $25,000. So how much do I need? 25. I have 9. So that's 14. Let's find out. Can I make $14,000? I'm going to keep all my bars. Probably should keep my iridium. That's expensive. There, I'm done. If I sell the void energy, I'll sell all but like 10, 2, 4. Oh, if I sell it all, I'll get that much. I didn't realize that. Okay, I'll sell all but 5. And I'll sell all but 5. Sell the ruby. Sell the topaz. Sell the granite. Yep. Some claim the powdered crystal is a dwarvish delicacy. Do I know a dwarf? No, I only know a goblin or whatever. I'll hang on to that one, because that one seemed important. Cool. I probably need the bone. Gold I need, refined quartz I need. Yep. Okay, what else we got? I'll sell the gadget. Can't sell the drum block, it won't let me. Fast shard, axe, aquamarine, diamonds. Rare and valuable gem. Yeah, alright. All but 5. All but 4, I guess. Jade, I have tons of jade. That's lemon stone. Am I good? Did I sell them all? Let's go put all those in the box. There. I'm now completely destitute. I could sell this whole package, all this stuff. But, like, I don't know what I need. If I sell the kale. They might, you know, like, I don't know what I actually need from here. Is there anything in here that I need for the community center? No. No, that's not it. If I sell everything in here, except for this guy, not these guys, but everything else, I can always plant again in another season. So this is probably dumb, but it's a farm game. You can grow it again. Right? I'll just put them all in there. Uh-huh. And do I have anything in here? Yep. Sap. I could sell sap for a bunch of money. I'm gonna hang on to the squid ink. I don't know what that's for. Bat wings are important. Slime's important. I can get more sap. That's easy enough to get. Keep the wood, keep the air, keep the clay. Don't need mudstone. Or I don't know if I need it or not, but it's not worth anything. Bug meats, I can sell that. And then I need that. I can sell the algae. I'm gonna hang on to the cave jelly because I don't know what it's for. Alright, I'm gonna sell that. Cool. Go look in this one. I don't think there's anything in here worth any money. Oh, this is all just seeds. What? And this thing makes me some sap too. So if I'm desperate, I kind of have some. I could sell all my maple syrup. Should I even? Probably not. Pickles. I'll keep one. Yeah, we'll sell the rest. Have I gone completely mad? I don't know. But I'm gonna get the bus repaired. Nope. My wife is gonna be so upset. It's so funny. So, what do you do with all that money? I immediately went and gave it to a bunch of ghosts. Oh. Okay. Are you happy yet? You're still upset. Why? A little thin? Grumpy? How do I know how much hay is in there? Do I have to go to the silo? 17. So if I do go in here, I think there's something I'm misunderstanding. Like it's saying 22 because it's counting, but I'm only actually getting 2. And if I go back out to the silo, it should say 15, right? No, it still says 17. I clearly don't know how to feed my chickens. Hey, Queen Misty. Thank you for the lurk. How do I feed the chickens? I think I'm going to have to look it up. How to feed chickens. Stardew. Place hay on the feeding bench inside the coop or open the coop door. Oh, wait a sec. I'm putting it in the wrong spot. That's what I'm doing wrong. It's this. I didn't realize that. Okay. I'm dumb. Okay, there you go. I figured out how to feed the chicks. I'm smart. Okay. Off we go. A lot of stuff to sell. So I guess the only thing to do now is to go buy some seeds, although the store's closed, so I can't do that either. Think I'll have $25,000 tomorrow? I strongly doubt it. We could try to go do some gems, I suppose. Yeah, let's go see if we can bust up some gems. We'll go deep. We'll go deep. Deep into mines. Go like 115. And hope we get some good stuff. Not just rocks. So far, it's all rocks. There we go. Some precious, where's my precious stones? All I got is rocks. I don't want rocks. I want gold. wonder if the red ones are better somehow. Like, because they show up further down. I have a feeling that they are not going to be... Nice. Is it not true that the deeper parts have cooler things? Am I wrong? We gotta go one further. That's a lot more. Okay, hang on. Balls. Bat. Well, it's a little kind of rough down here. Cool, I guess. Hopefully having all that, those enemies around means I can get more better stuff. More better. Keep going. We can go to 19. Yeah, it's just rocks so far. Maybe there'll be cool stuff down here. Well, there's something. Late, and I gotta go. Whoa, I got the monster compendium. I don't know what that does, but I got one now. Cool. Leave the mine. Okay, good. Off we go. We're going home. Bus stop. I don't know what we got to sell. I assumed I got a new skill. Don't know what, but maybe. Okay, boom, 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 boom. And boom. Come on. I've sold everything. I've sold my entire farm. Let's see what happens. Total it up for me. 35,000. Oh man, I got a lot of money. Okay, let's go immediately before I spend it like a fool and go and figure out that go get the bus fixed. Green rain. Lovely. Hello, dear. Woke up early, did some exploring, and found you this. Oh, thanks. Solar essence. Just in time for... You seen all the crazy trees around town? Everything looks so different. I feel like we're in a fairy world. It is. It's a little weird, and everything's green. And that is also weird. But boy, do you ever get a lot of stuff. I'll have wheat for days. First things first, we're gonna go straight to the community center. Isn't that wild? All that weird green looking stuff. I haven't had pockets this empty in forever. Can I cut down all those trees? I know that's a weird question. Up we go. To in here. Just so they can fix the bus. That's what I want. Fix the bust. Crystallarium. Insert a gem. Your choice and it will grow copies. That sounds helpful. The house was empty for years. The trees moved and so did we. Whoa! Looking good. Off he goes. Can I sit in the chair? I'm now the boss of the whole town. Neat. He's gonna put the star on the wall. And then he follows me around like I'm special. Isn't that nice? Eee. Cool. I have a crystallarium. So bring that home. That's something. Maybe. Is this a gem? I guess we'll find out. I also want to know if I can cut down that tree because it's new. Yep. I guess green rain, it also is a good way to like populate your, you know, kind of redo your everything. Because I'm in desperate need of fiber. And so green rain just adds a million tons of it everywhere. My crystallarium, where am I going to put you? Probably, for lack of a better spot, right there. Nope. What can I do? I could put diamonds in there. That's a good idea, probably. All right, have a good one. I'm gonna disassociate. There, you chew on those. Whatever that is. And then I'm gonna just get fiber. Or hope I will. Because then once I have the fiber, I can make hay or grass. And once we're done here, I'm gonna raid out. I know I can go to sleep at any time. Like, it's not like I can't. Nice. All these seeds, very helpful. I should be able to fill up my farm now. Because I honestly I haven't been paying attention to all the seed situation. I go to town and then I forget. Because there's so many other things to do. I wonder if the really weird looking trees, if they disappear after a while. Like, can I just leave that there? Oh, here's an experiment. Can I tap it? Nope. Why are you saying no? Oh, because you're the wrong kind of tree. Oh, that's interesting. Did you change all my trees into different kinds of trees? You punk? Get the seeds and regrow. Yeah, that's wild, man. All right, we can go chop those down. But right now, I really do need fiber, like, and seeds. Those are actually really good for me. then I can go cut down the tree. Wow, there's a lot of them. That just became a jungle. It's only the 7th of the month. It's not like I'm going to miss out if I just spend the time chopping here. Okay, so a weird looking trees. I guess I'll. What kind of tree? What kind of seeds do I get? Put some of these down just so I can see what I'm actually getting. That's just wood. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna give you any seeds. So far it's all just sap, which is fine with me. Like, it's a nice thing to be able to get all the huge influx of wood. Which I guess from a gameplay perspective is probably what they're doing here, right? That is a lot of cool trees. But I can't tap them, can I? I bet not. Let me just check. You never know. Like in this game, you really do never know. Okay, so if I try to tap you, are you gonna let me? Nope. I didn't think so. It's some kind of weird, obscure sap. Give it to the science guy. Oh, it's on those. It turned my maple trees into weird trees? That's something. Okay. Wow, look at all that. I have a theory. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go to the secret forest. I have a feeling that there's something gonna happen in there on Green Rain Day. I don't know what. Feels like it should. And you'd never convince me that that moaning sound that happens every once in a while isn't something. Like, it's not just, oh look, background noise. Nope. That's supposed to tell me something. Like there's a Sasquatch or some jazz. Fiddlehead. Alright, cool. I can get ferns. Is there really nothing special? If I talk to this guy, he's just going to tell me he wants some candy. What kind of heckin' fiddlehead Zillow is that? It's huge. Yeah, he's not really... Okay. A little bummed. Little disappointed. That the secret... Oh, hang on. There's a secret forest in my secret forest. How do I get there? Or is that the way in? Wait a sec. Is there a way in? Or is that only from Asmodeus' side or something? I'm gonna find out. You can do what you need to do in a video game and try all the walls. This gargantuan mutant fern grubs will destroy us all. They must be stopped before they kill again. Aha! I don't know if I got anything. But here I am. I may have aha'd too soon. Like, is there any reason to be in here? I guess we can go keep looking for a way out. Nope. Very Legend of Zelda. All right. I made it out. Cool, I guess. It's something. Maybe Asmodeus says something to say about the green rain. It is kind of mysterious. There's a giant fiddlehead. I'll take it on single-handedly. What's up, Smode? How you doing? Nature is a powerful force, not to be trifled with. You'd meet with there. Special matters only I can attend to this day. Yeah, I wondered about that. You're gonna go attend to some stuff, are you? Okay. Unless he's just trying to sound self-important, which absolutely could be the case. Just a crazy old man in the forest saying you wouldn't understand what I do. And the truth is he's just crazy. The green. Yeah, alright. I have no comment. But like, dude, that's crazy. Like, the amount of fiber I'm getting is great. I will be able to poop through the eye of an needle. But it is a bizarre thing. I assume the whole point of gameplay wise is just to feed my coffers. But other than that, or maybe just to kind of like review or like repopulate all the gunk in the town. Has to happen kind of like a blood moon with Breath of the Wild. There's gonna be a secret. I know there's gonna be a secret. Oh, if you go out on a green rain and you go to this spot, then something. I know how this works. Alright, I probably smell terrible. Hey, go little guys. Rock and roll. You sing to that bus. Not sure if that's how you fix a bus, but then I've never fixed a bus. You smell like algae. Yeah, it would be bad. It would definitely be not a nice smell. Very not floral, more fungal. All right, dudes. Thank you for hanging out. That was a lot of fun. This is the last stream of the week. I'm gonna try my best to work on making sure I can make this thing work better and get it all set up. Maybe on Friday. Tomorrow is Friday, and we're gonna be doing the mini-con in the evening, so don't forget about that. And hang out. Bedded severe cilantro smell. Yeah, see, that sounds terrible. But then it could be mistaken for soap, so maybe it wouldn't be. Tell your friends, and we're gonna raid out. Boy, I'm kind of pooped. And it's 7:55, so I'm not even ending early. Hooray for me. Is that Min? No. I thought I saw Min on. That's too bad. How's about Minecraft on Psycho Circus? Why not? Sounds like fun. Yes, have a good day, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. I hope to see you on Friday. I really do. And if we don't see each other on Friday, then I'll see you on Monday. Goodbye. And also goodbye, YouTube.